Hello, my beautiful hearts and souls, my beautiful by defaults. Hello, my beautiful golden souls. How are you today, my beautiful hearts and souls? I'm sending you love and blessings from my heart and soul to you, my beautiful golden souls. May you be forever youthful and beautiful, and have eternal life, and joyful and peaceful and blissful. And may we all together live in happiness and joy and peace and bliss, and be always at the right place at the right time. So thank you to all of you that are joining me together in my language and in English now. Thank you, all of you. To all of you, my beautiful hearts and soul. I love you all. So now, of course, I'm asking you that you share the link. So wherever you are active on the social media, please share the link so that we can spread the information, so that we can touch as many souls as possible, so as many mine and now as pure conditional level light souls, so that we can share the knowledge and together create a better future for all of us. For all of us that are mine and ours, pure conditional level light, of course, for humanity, planet, and all that is mine and ours, pure unconditional level light. So love you all, my beautiful hearts and souls. And of course, we are destroying all those dark evil forces, as I told you earlier. I talked last night and the night before that I call those evil forces, I call them dark ones, or those that are in a physical form. Dark forces, so soul, sama, and those that are in a physical and energetic form. They don't have a spirit, so they are dark forces in the physical or energetic form. Look, we have the soul, so that's the difference between them and us. We have the soul, we have the knowledge and wisdom and purity. Well, they have the only energy, and they have the darkness and negativity. So that's why we are totally different. We are much more powerful than them. They don't have any power. We've taken their power, even the power that they had, but their power was based on the lies and manipulations and dark, dirty things. Sometimes I call them, actually in my language, I always call them psychopath, crazy players. Why? Because they wanted to play the game. They want to play the games, and they playing the game, dirty game, and attacking the people, attacking the mind, and now beyond unconditional love light. That's what we were doing for since the beginning of creation, since the beginning of humanity. But of course, mind and house beyond unconditional love light is much more powerful. We have the power. We have all the power within us. And of course, we are destroying all those dark evil forces. We were we were destroying them all the time, and still doing so. We are almost to completely remove them. When I say almost, when I compare, when I started doing this work and now, I can say that we have destroyed them completely, because you know how the universe was, how big the universe was, and no one knew really what was going on in the universe. No one told us what was happening in the universe. What was the planet, the stars were. No one told us, is there any life on the planet, on the other planets and the stars and in the universe? No one told us. The science that was telling us the lies and manipulations, like, oh, they were doing the research. They were doing that all the time, to many years. Actually, since I know for myself, I was just reading and listening to all those scientists saying that they were doing they were exploring the heaven, exploring the universe, and trying to check to see if there is a life anywhere in the universe. And that they gave us the information about the moon, but in fact everything is been lie. They've been going on the moon. I've told you earlier that the moon was a base, military base for those dark evil forces, military from the earth and from the heaven, which means from other planets, stars, stars and the galaxies, they were based on the moon, and from the moon they were interfering into our lives on our beautiful planet. No one told us that. The science was saying, oh, we found the vote on the moon. See, my beautiful friends, my beautiful souls, how deep their lies are, how deep the cruelness and the dark, dirty work. I know that the scientists from America, that they were saying that they were taking the photos in some places and Area 51 and some other places on some stones, and then like a little bit water, they said after the rain, and they said, wow, we have the big improvement in the science. We found the water and the moon. But that's the lies, so much lies they have projected, they have created, they have spread among the humanity, lying all the time, giving us lies and manipulation while hiding the truth. And behind their lies, they were attacking us, and they're doing their dark, dirty work against the humanity and our beautiful planet. So we are now, I'm here, I'm the voice of the people, I'm the voice of humanity, and I'm telling you truth, what was going on and what still is going on in the universe and our beautiful planet. I've been working on the project, I've told you in last night and earlier. I've been working on the project day and night, 24, since 2003. And actually, when I met those so-called gurus or avatars or divine mothers, 2007, day and night, 24, and all that games and the battle. What I will say battle, or actually a battle between the dark evil forces and the goodness. In fact, they were playing the games between them, and then telling to I talked about that last night, telling to the goodness, to mine and our unconditional love light, what they what they were planning to do, so that we can of course stop them. So through me, all of that, I have both sides, and the dark ones, the codes from the dark ones, and the main code from the mine and our unconditional love light, which is Sophie and the Tzigi. Tzigi is a main code for the dark evil forces, dark forces that don't have spirits, that dark energy, dark psychopathic crazy players, and dark evil forces in dark ones. The Tzigi is a main code for them, but for us, we are united under the name of Sophie. Sophie created a unity on the spiritual level, energetic, and on the we are doing that right now on the physical level. We are creating the unity on the physical form now, so that we can completely destroy all those dark evil forces and take our power back and return our power back to us, and return completely the countries and the corporations and everything to us, to the people. All that material wealth and everything that they've been taken, they've been stealing from us all the time. That even though that spreading the lies and manipulations, they were stealing from us abundance and prosperity. Now we destroy all those dark evil forces that were doing that. They are in the physical form, globalists, Satanists, Illuminati, or the Masons, or in the energetic level. They're the same in energetic level too, or Sole Sama, or Tzigi, and as well as demons and fallen angels. So, my beautiful friends, no one told us that. That's all the main battle that was between the goodness and the evil, good and evil, went through me. I talked about that. I talked last night about that. It had to be through physical form. I came in this physical form. I incarnated on this planet to put the end on these dark evil forces. So it was going through me, and still is going through me now. They're taking the energy from those dark evil forces that were stealing from us, returning back to us our power, full power back, because they were stealing our energy, or or forms of the soul that are within our body. So we are taking it right now from those dark evil forces and destroying them. So we talked about that last night, that we've taken the key of the universe. Sophie, through me, I mean, I'm doing that, everything goes through me. That's never happened in the history of humanity, that we are separating the evil from the good. So that's first time ever in the history of humanity that's happening, that we completely removing the dark evil forces from every form and placing them in the hell that we created for them on their planets that they had. So now what we are doing, we are now destroying all those dark evil forces, those that we created. You know, there were levels, like everywhere that we were doing. Like in the corporations, you have the managers, but they have the main ones, but you have the directors, but you have, that's how they were doing. That's how they were doing those dark evil forces from the they're pretending to be, or they presented themselves as creators or as the gods. They were presenting themselves to gods, calling themselves gods. God in the. But when I say God, they were actually they are energetic forms, energetic centers. So energy. Earlier, up until now, it was united together. It was mixed up of the good and evil. And since the beginning of creation, of humanity, it's been like that. It's been like that. No one has told us that. No one has no one explained to us anything about that. Everything that they were saying to us, giving us, was a lie, and manipulations, and more lies, and they're spreading, and lies and manipulations. And now we're going to stop that. We are stopping that now, right now. And we're taking that energy back to us, and all the energy that they've stolen from us, we are returning back to us. With that, we are returning to us all our power and all the wealth and abundance and prosperity, and we're destroying those dark evil forces, psychopathic, crazy players. We are placing them in the hell. So I've been working since 2007, when I met those so-called mentors, day and night, and destroying all those dark evil forces. Those are the when I'm going to explain to you what does it mean, God. All of you believe in some higher power. We call it God. I used to call it God until I found the truth. In fact, what we say God, I talked in my first in English live. I talked about the Jesus, how he wanted to take my power and my command. But don't get me wrong. When I say Jesus, you need to understand, when Jesus was in a physical form, or within Jesus, like within us, there was the goodness, good, and the evil, the dark and the light. So we never accept that. I told you that. We never accept that, even though I know that I never accept it. Even that they are within me, I'm talking to them all the time. I'm listening, actually, I'm not talking, I'm listening to them all the time. Now we won the battle. We have the, like freedom and abundance and prosperity. We are now taking that. We won the battle. We are clearing up those last ones that were on the power, dark evil forces. I told you last night, we call them codes, energetic code. So what's happening? How come that the science and the science was lying us, and the religions were lying us, and everyone was lying us? No one was giving us the truth. No one, and not many people really know the truth. Knew the truth only those that were infiltrated into those rituals that were doing and working against the humanity. Those that I call them psychopathic, crazy, dirty players or dark ones. They are infiltrated into the religion, into the governments, into the all corporations and systems, and we call them, you know them as Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Masons, and in a physical form. As you know them, all of them, and there are many, many lies that they were spreading around throughout the net and to humanity at all. They never told us the truth. The truth is really that the moon, on the moon there is a life. Moon is made like a beautiful planet. So moon, we planning to make it to moon has, the like a beautiful planet, has the water, has the, the nature and everything. So those dark evil forces from the heaven in the physical form and energetic form, and like those from the dark evil forces incarnated on a beautiful planet in the physical form in the military, they were based on the moon, and they were doing and actually interfering into our lives on a beautiful planet using the technology or energetically working, using those, the like quarters of the moon and half of the moon and third quarter of the moon. So those the times they were using, they were coding that with energy, with the meaning, and then using that in the rituals and doing dark, dirty work against the humanity. So probably you all know that when it's a full moon, a lot of negativity was going on in the world, and people didn't know. We were just saying, "Oh, it's a full moon, and it will happening." It was happening a lot of darkness, and why? Because those psychopathic players, or those magicians that I call them, were doing the dark rituals on the planet, but together with those from the moon and from the heaven. So no one explained to us what was going on in the heaven. So when you say, oh, the people gonna go on the other side, which side? Many, many, many planets and stars and the galaxies existed, but we've changed everything forever. Nothing else, nothing is the same like it is. Nothing. We have destroyed countless of the universe and stars and the galaxies that were creating those dark evil forces. So I read one day, now in the science start talking about that. Up until now I didn't talk about that much. 3 years ago I started in my language to do the live, and I was telling the truth to the people, but not many really knew what was going on, and not many of them were ready to accept the truth, because the programs, religious programs, and those from the systems and governments were very deep, and the lies that they're projecting upon humanity, it was really strong. So and people couldn't believe, but within them, with internal knowledge, they knew the truth the way I know. So I started talking now 3 years ago. I was doing the live on my language and exposing the truth, and we were fighting and destroying all those dark evil forces, and still doing so with my team and my followers that are doing a great job. So my beautiful friends, what was going on in this science? The science was hiding behind us the truth. They knew, but how they know? They know because within those that are in the physical form, the George Soros or some like that, they thought they called themselves God. Like he thought. I listened to one of his interviews, and somebody asked him, do you think that you are God? And he said he wasn't like, in a sense, he wouldn't think that he's God, but he thought that he had that he was among them. So I thought, no, he doesn't have a power. He's powerless, like every other those dark ones in the physical form that are globalists and Satanists and Masons. Which means, my beautiful heart and soul, they were They created a net, the dark net using the rituals, and they're creating the dark energy, polarizing with the negativity. And that's what they were doing for many, many years. I don't know, even for a long time, since the humanity fall on the darkness. And since then, it was battle between the good and evil. And they created, they were using the rituals and infiltrating into our bodies, into nature, into water, into everywhere. So in the governments and everywhere. So that in that way, they were compressing the actually they were just hiding the truth and then spreading the lies. They were just shutting down those people that wanted to say, the truth, what they felt, what they knew. You know that many of the scientists, many of meine Ausbildung unconditional love light, the teachers, healers, many of those that came out with the truth, all those dark ones, what they did, they just shut them down and completely banned that every truth to expose the truth. That on the Facebook, they were filtrating the everything that you say there about the truth, everything that was going on, they were just banning it and removing it from the Facebook. And that's what we were doing through the media and through the social media and everything. The dark evil forces, dark ones, they could never spread their lies and manipulations among the humanity on that level if they didn't use the media. They use the media, and through the media, they really they place the programs, the subliminal. There are many programs through the media, through the TV or any other programs, movies, through the movies, especially through the movies. When you watching those movies, behind that you didn't know that were going on subliminal messages that were programming the people to believe what they were saying, to believe what they were projecting towards us. That's why from time to time they were giving us some questions to see where the humanity is, but they never really could do that. Even though the humanity didn't, it was it was really under the programs. Entire humanity was under the program of the humanity, of the dark evil forces, through the religion and through the main governments and the systems that they created. So they were creating the rules and regulations, but those dark forces, dark ones, or globalists and Satanists and Masons, they were above the rules and regulations. All of you know that like the pyramid with the third eye, with one eye. All of you that on the net that you were researching and searching for the truth and informations, that pyramid at the top, like with the one eye, which they call it third eye, and the rest of the pyramid is down. That top of the pyramid is separated. Rest of the pyramid down is separate. So what they were doing, my beautiful friends, have you ever thought about it when you saw that? Have you ever thought about it, what was going on? Who was who? So Ito, it's a code in my language. When I say Ito, I'm not accepting what they're trying to project towards me, because I'm listening from time to time. I'm listening what's going on within me. So what's happening? That's the triangle. That's the top of the pyramid. It's the one eye. Have you seen? All of you have seen. Now that represent those dark ones, Illuminati, or Satanists, or globalists, or Masons, or demons, or fallen angels. It doesn't matter what name they're using. I call them Sole Sama. I will go with the Sole Sama, all psychopathic, crazy players. So they created that triangle, actually the pyramids, the top of the pyramids, it was presenting them with one eye. They call it third eye. Why with one eye? I know all of you that are on the net that were searching for the truth, that you've seen that, but have you ever thought what was that mean? What was the meaning of that? because it was separate from the other part of the pyramid. They were creating the rules and regulations, and they were about the rules and regulations. So all the rules and regulations that they created, they didn't never follow them. They were creating the rules and regulations from the humanity, for the people, ordinary people. But those that are at the top level, they were infiltrated everywhere, in the religion, in the governments, in the systems, and everywhere, in the educations, and all the systems throughout the entire planet and entire universe. So I'm going to talk about the universe. So they were infiltrated. They still are, but we are destroying the energetic codes, energy. We're destroying the energy. When we destroy the energy, the physical form are falling down, because we are destroying the energy. When we destroy the energetic codes that were within them, that were giving them power, then they are powerless. What we do, we destroy it, we cut it on the pieces, flushing it, and then put it in the sleep, return it back into their bodies, or destroy it. So in fact, we're taking their power completely, and the energy, and they are powerless. But they have to go through everything that they were creating. We're returning that to the in the form of karma. So that's why I want to, when I get out, when I start doing the seminars, when I come out with the seminars, and to start clearing up clearing up all those governments and everything in the physical form, then I will expose the truth to the humanity, and then people will have to fire them, will have to return them the karmas, and they do everything. I've told them there is no place that they can hide from us. We will destroy them forever and ever, all those dark evil forces. So I will expose all of them, and they will have to tell to the people who they are, what they were doing, and what darkness, and what they were doing, what problems they were doing, and whom, and everything. They will have to record the messages, and they will have to tell the truth to the people. I'm the voice of the people, and I'm demanding and commanding to my soul and to everything that is mine and ours, pure unconditional love of light, to answer to my call and to my command. That was even when it was a main battle, when was going main battle between the good and the evil, through me, and still is going on, but now it's just taking the energy. Now that the battle has been finished, there are still those dark evil forces that we are still destroying, but they are now in energetic level. Of those that are in the physical form, we are destroying these centers first, centers of the power. It doesn't matter whether they are in the physical form or in the energetic. So that's part of the pyramid, the top of the pyramid. It was presenting themselves, and they were separate. They were separating from the people. They never really, think about themselves like that they are among the people. They are separate from the people, and they never answer to those rules and regulations that they were creating. In fact, they were totally separate. They were thinking of themselves and presenting themselves as a god to humanity. God, really God. So why? Because they had the energy from those that they incarnated on the physical form, the dark evil forces from the heaven. They had the energy within them that knew how to manipulate with the energy, how to manipulate with the energy, but our energy. And they were doing the rituals and then stealing the energy from the humanity. We never accept that. We will never do. But we are now returning that energy, returning our power back, and destroying those dark evil forces. So the rest of the pyramid represented humanity. And so what was going on? Why one eye? Why is the one? Have you ever thought about it? Why is only one eye? You've seen probably Madonna and many of the other, those popular singers or from those actors. They were covering up one eye. Have you ever thought about it? Why? That was the symbol, satanic symbol. They use such symbols in the rituals, and they code them with the energy, and then through that they were stealing our energy and trying to impose different programs and beliefs and superstitions and upon humanity, to place upon humanity. But we never accept that, but we are returning them karmas from everything that they ever did. So my beautiful friends, so now you know that all those globalists, Satanists, all of those, even though they are infiltrating everywhere into the government. Let's say I'm going to talk about, later on I'll talk about the heaven. In the government, in America. So you all know Trump. But do you know how many Trumps are there? Do you know who was the Biden? My beautiful friends, nothing is the way it seems to be. No one has told us that. And I'm exposing the truth. The truth must come out, and humanity must know the truth. And we are the one that is going to judge them. I've done that already in the spiritual level. From the physical form, I judge them and I place them into the hell. And that's what we are doing right now. So who was Biden? Biden was a clone. There were many actors that were playing his role. And who was really behind him? All of those magicians, all of those so-called dark soulless Sama in a physical form and in energetic form. Who is behind the Trump? We have a Trump. Couple of times they asked me, what are we going to do with the Trump, with the Melania? And I said, Trump, that is mine and ours, pure unconditional love of life. We're going to save him and protect him. And Trump, that is dark ones, we're going to destroy him. So what's going on, my beautiful friends? Did you know that we have a Trump, mine and ours, pure unconditional love of life, a Melania? But there is a clone. We have a clone Trump too, a couple of them. But the dark forces, dark evil soulless Sama, globalists, they cloned Trump too. And what was going on there? That's why they're doing. We now have destroyed that Trump clone. We have taken over the power since we won them, won the battle and won everything. The energies, everything. We have taken the energy behind the Trump clone, dark ones. We've taken the energy and we destroyed that clone. But now it's a Trump mine and ours, beyond conditional love light. Of course, he has a clone. But clone is to protect him, because up until now, the dark force had a power, were infiltrating, in fact, everywhere. And they had under the control in the media and the weapon and everything. So that's why we have to, mine and ours, beyond conditional love light, had to create a Trump clone in order to protect the original Trump, mine and ours, pure unconditional love light. So we have that for the protection. When I first time when I heard about the clone, the Trump, we had the Trump clone. I was just looking on the pictures of the Trump, but I couldn't see any difference at all, because I was looking at the face, but. Have you ever noticed about the other clones, the Hillary or any other of them? And you see that when you see them, there are difference. The Hillary's on some of them is shorter, on some of them is taller, and some of them are the pictures. And the mini clones are there. So that's in the government, in America and everywhere, they were using the clones, or they were using the incarnated dark forces in the physical form, or our form, mine and ours, pure unconditional love light, physical body. They were putting the energy and taking over the form. Actually, they couldn't take it, but they were doing through it, working through it against the humanity. So what was going on now in the world? You know that with the first, they told me, they asked me actually, who was doing the Second World War? Who created Second World War? And I said, who? And they said, from the heaven, those dark evil energy codes. Dark energy codes were infiltrated into the humanity's body, and through humanity's body were creating the problems. And that's what they were doing in the all other, Asia, all those countries in the Asia that were creating wars, and the Ukraine, and then the Balkan that you created. That's what happened. That's what happened through all of those in the Balkan, or through in the Ukraine and everywhere, or the Second World War. They were putting the energy, dark energy, into the physical form, in the physical body on the earth, and then through them they were doing the dark, dirty work that humanity were not aware of that. But now I'm ready to expose that. Humanity is ready to find out the truth, and we are ready to protect our bodies and to destroy all those dark evil forces that were interfering into our lives. We never accepted the negative energy into our bodies. I even know me that I was doing the project for a long time. I was working on the project, and I still didn't know where the thoughts and words were coming from. I was talking to that, this telepathic communications, and I was talking to into both sides, but I didn't know where it was coming from. I thought it's somewhere from the heaven or somewhere. Some of them I know the like familiar voice, but when I found out that was within, that were the energy that we were putting inside our bodies, and that energy has intelligence. Actually, they have the script, the dark Sole Sama, they have the script, they have the programs, they have the energy and the physical form, and they have the programs. But we, that are mind and house, pure unconditional love and light, we have the physical form, we have the energy, and we have the intelligence, we have the wisdom and knowledge. That's the difference. They are coded, they are programmed, they have the script, they're programmed to do in a certain way the things. In certain way the things they do, but we have the intelligence, we are thinking, we are doing this spontaneously, and we are creating. We have that wisdom and knowledge and power within us, within our soul. That's the difference. That's why we have the power. They are powerless. We have the power over them. And that's how we want that. Because when we started, I told you, where last night I talked about that we took the key of the universe. How come that humanity fall down into the darkness? The truth is, my beautiful friends, that nothing is the way they were told, saying to us through the religious books and through that. Nothing is the truth. There is something that we're presenting, mixing up, but nothing's really the way they were lying us, and then through the religious books and everything. When I said last night that Jesus wanted to take my power, I'm going to explain to that, and I'll come back to just to explain to you, to make it familiar for you, to understand what was going on. Who are the gods? When I said Jesus wanted to take my command and my power, so probably many of you can misunderstand me, but I need to explain to you. God, when we say God, that's there are two meanings actually. God in the physical form that we're projecting, those are those magicians that were doing that they're manipulating with energy. They were pretending to be God, or the divine mother or divine father or avatars. Those are the incarnated in a physical form, and then they had the energy within them and giving them informations, and thus they pretended and presented themselves and pretended to be God or the divine mothers or avatars. But the God that we are praying to, those are the energetic centers. Used to be a mixer, used to be together, a dark and the light used to be together, and it's never been separated since the creation of humanity. Used to be both energy. How come? When the humanity was created, Humanity was created in a human form. Sophie, mind and us beyond conditional love of light. Mind and us beyond conditional love of light created humanity in a physical form. Dark forces created in the physical form for a snake. That's what they gave me the information. How deep is the rabbit hole? I'm going to explain that when I come out, when we place them completely in the hell, when I come out on the seminars and in the physical form to explain to the people everything and to expose the truth. So, which means what was happening? They said to me that, like Adam and Eve, the story of Adam and Eve, how come that the snake did, the projectile lies and made Adam and Eve to eat the apple and to fall down into the darkness. My beautiful friends, the truth is that was just a story. That was just a script, and that was written by those dark evil forces in energetic and in the physical form. Humanity existed even before the Adam and Eve. Before humanity existed on our beautiful planet. You need to know that before us, humanity existed. Before that, and recently they started, channeling the messages from the Pleiadians and from Pleiadians and from all other, civilizations from the heaven. But then until then, they were lying us that there is no life in the heaven, that we are the only one on the entire creation. Can you imagine, my beautiful friends? And we are on the beautiful planet, and it's our beautiful planet, and it's more beautiful. It's beautiful. Used to be dark, but we enlighten it. Now imagine how big was universe. Now it's so much smaller. We destroy. I told you countless planets and stars and the galaxies, so dark evil forces. Now we have, even though I started to talk about that earlier, science exposed that. I saw one text that science was writing and exposing that they saw that the entire the universes were disappearing. And why? Because we were destroying them. Those are the dark forces universes that we were creating. So they were creating their universes dark, and then they had a mixing up, that there was a mix up with the light. So those that they created, the dark ones, we destroy them. So the science was writing about that they were surprised at suddenly many universes disappeared. And somehow suddenly appear huge light throughout the entire universe. That's what we are creating through me, my soul, Sophie. We are united under the name of Sophie on the spiritual level. Sophie, through my body, created unity of the all of the spiritual souls, the spiritual form. And we are now united under the name of Sophie, and we created the centers that now is throughout the entire universe, are shining brightly, and we have all the power. And now we're destroying all those dark evil forces, and the universe is completely, we destroyed them already. Now is the energy. So what was going on? Now, sometimes I'm gonna put some words from my language, but don't worry about that. There is a meaning because I'm adding just the power. Or sometimes if it just accidentally happen, sometimes the dark evil forces trying to project the words directly through me. But don't worry about that. I'm gonna explain. So what's happening? Some of the chords I've told you I'm gonna use it original in my language. So just to know what is going on. So God that we are praying to, I was praying to God until until I found out what was going on. And then, but I always believed that God, when somebody asked me, even when I was little, I had so much power within me. My intuition was very strong, since I know for myself, since I came in this physical form. But when somebody would ask me, what does mean God for you? I'm always saying that's the spiritual intelligence in the heaven. I never thought about anything else. That it's a spiritual intelligence in the heaven. I was saying to somebody, but that's not some old man with the bird and they're saying somewhere in the heaven, sitting somewhere in the heaven and pretending to be God. But there were such people, such magician that were projecting themselves to us as a God. Because from the heaven, I'm not going to explain to you as I go with the life further, and I'll explain to you what I was doing and how came that I find out what was going on in the heaven and what they were doing, and what they were planning to do with us and with our beautiful planet. I'm going to explain that to you so that you will know what was going on. But now you need to know that we won the battle, that we destroyed the countless stars and the galaxies and the worlds and everything. Some of them we turned them into the hell. That's where we are now taking those dark evil globalists and satanists and all of those demons and fallen angels in every form. So my beautiful heart and soul, God that we are praying, that was the center. So the first one I told you, Adam and Eve, actually before that, it would used to be, but they gave me the names that is Soulless, Safi, and Tristenko. So it's like Adam and Eve. Before that, before we became, they told us through the religion that humanity, came from the Adam and Eve. The first human were Adam and Eve on our beautiful planet. But who created Adam and Eve? I told you that before that, when Adam and Eve fall down into the darkness, who made that? Who made them do that? It was a snake from the apple in the garden, but they were that they eat all to Eve, don't eat the apple. That's the story. But that's the story that I wanted to many lies to project towards us. They wanted to create such a world and planets and stars like that with the other fruits, with the pear or with any other, and to create a lies as well that like that. So what they were doing really, those that are in an energetic form, through their physical forms, they were experimenting and mixing up with the energy, manipulating with the energy and creating the human forms, and they're mixing up with the energies and the genes and everything and creating any other forms. So in different forms. So now what we're doing, we are protecting humanity. We are protecting and saving humanity that no one ever can ever manipulate with our energy or in any way. So up until now, they were doing that in the heaven and everywhere, even though on the earth that humanity were not aware. But now in the DOS laboratory, you know that in the Area 51, in America, under the Sahara, this desert, Sahara, there is a military base that is within that military base working those from the heaven, aliens, and those from the earth incarnated. And and in the as well within the earth, and from the Antarctic as well, within the portal. There is a portal there, so that where we're entering into the earth, and there was the military base, and they were doing they were creating the clones there. They were doing a lot of dirty work. So we destroy all of them. We clean up the earth from within. We've changed the completely energy from our beautiful planet, from the water element, from the air element. When we started, we were doing that one night. I know all night we were doing the changing the energy of the water. Water accepted mine and ours, pure unconditional love of life, like the earth. We changed the center of the earth. Actually, we changed it. The light that was within, and now we have it, and then still we destroyed the dark energy because it was mixed up. It was both, the yin and yang. If you remember, I know all of you know that yin and yang, they're like the dark and white, black and white. That's what was representing how the energy was. Those gods that we call them or centers, they were mix up the both energy, the dark and the light, and never ever since the beginning of creations have ever been separated. And when I was working on the project, they were asking me what we're going to do, and I said we're going to separate them completely, all of them. We never ever is going to be ever again a mix dark and the light, and then we're going to completely destroy the dark evil forces. We're going to completely protect the light and enlighten our also forms, and physical forms, and of course energetic and spiritual. So that's what we are doing, my beautiful friends, since I started for many years, since 2003, actually, 24/7. I was working since 2007. And we're now enlightening the humanity, changing everything from within. Those gods that existed now, they don't exist anymore. Saint has been destroyed. We separate them. There are some saints still that are those that are main ones, main creators that they were interfering into our planet, in the humanity. That the Pleiadians, Arcturians, and I don't know, some of them, many of them were actually infiltrated and then into humanity. So the Pleiadians used to be in a human form, but Pleiadians, I call them dark evil forces, dark spirits, dark ones, and the dark Sole Sama. Why? Because they thought, they wanted to project upon me that I was the one that came from the Pleiadians. And I thought, no, I came from mine and now's pure unconditional love of light. I didn't came from the Pleiadians. I didn't came from any other. And no matter where my soul came from, my soul in the heaven, in which center was, or where I came from mine and now is pure unconditional love of light. And that's what I accept, nothing else. So the Pleiadians wanted to claim that I was Pleiadian from the Pleiadians, from the Pleiades, and then that they wanted to take my power. They would try to take my power. Goddess Isis was trying to take over my body. Like what I said, no. One night, the Goddess Isis were attacking with energy from the heaven. A huge energy trying to take over my body, and I didn't. I have so much power within him, and I didn't let her destroy her. And it's just destroy her. Pleiadians were trying to project upon me that I was from the Pleiades, and that like they created me. And I said, no, my soul, when no matter where it came from within, when I came into a physical form that I incarnated, it doesn't matter. I know that it does matter. Of course, it does matter, but I know that it came from mine and I was pure unconditional love of light. I don't care who was interfering into me coming into the physical form. I know, not that I don't care. I do care, but then I'm not accepting anything that they were creating, that they were doing, and that is less than mine and I was pure unconditional love of light. That's what meaning when I don't care, meaning that I'm not accepting anything that they were doing against me and working against me and trying to create my life and try to manipulate, not just with me. I'm not talking just about me. I'm talking about me and about all of you. When we came into the physical form, it was the code, it was the energy that came through our parents. So we know that in the physical form. We see the people, we know the people according to the physical form and the name. But from the energetic and the spiritual level, we are looking at a different way, because in a different way, because we have many parts, not the parts, but the forms of the soul. One is a main soul, main code that is within, but we have many. I talked about that last night. So what's happening, my beautiful heart, and also the Pleiades were trying to project that I was from the Pleiadians, and that they were like, they are the ones that they save the world. No, they are not. We are the one. Within me is all the power. I told you last night when Sophie was getting attention from entire universe, entire planet, listen to me, all the power is within me. And I was and every entire universe, entire planet was listening, and she was telling them that the entire power, all the power is within me, and everything goes through me. The battle of the dark and the light, and now we won the light won, we won the battle. Now we're destroying all those dark evil forces. I told you that's never happened in the history of humanity, and a king with that intention to be the voice of the people and to put the end on all those dark evil forces. So that's why I decided, when they asked me what we're going to do with the centers that were together, that were protecting, projecting, and making themselves God. So you know that people didn't know what was going on, and when somebody felt something different outside themselves, or some higher power within them or from outside that was interfering into our lives, they thought it's some invisible power. They thought, wow, that's God. Or that's something stronger, that's God. No, those dark evil forces were dark ones, so soul sama, were stealing our power through their projections, projecting themselves to be your God, to have the power, and then trying to steal our power. When you claim your power back, when you say, I have the power and I'm not giving my power, I'm not giving, I have the power and I have the power, those soulless sama are powerless. Dark evil energy have no power. We are destroying them. We have the power within ourselves. My sweetheart, many nights, many days, months, and I don't know how long, and years, I've been fighting those dark evil forces. Sometimes I used to say them, listen to me, I'm going to destroy you forever and ever. I'm going to come right now on the other side and destroy you. Listen to me, I have the power. You have no power. You are powerless. I'm going to destroy you and remove you from entire planet, entire universe. You're going to be destroyed forever and ever, placed in the hell. Because they were trying to interfere into my life and attacking me energetically, trying to take my power. So when I said Jesus was trying to take my power, so don't get me wrong, Jesus, that as we know, as Jesus as a God. So Jesus existed as centers. In those centers, Jesus centers, were both energy, light and the dark. And in the physical form, Jesus that came, the same was the energy, dark and light. So when we are praying to Jesus, we're praying to that light, part of the light, not the dark. When we praying to Allah, we're praying to that part that is light, not the dark. One of those courts, energetic courts, were presented himself to me as Allah. And he said he was Allah. He was everywhere. I was hearing the Lahi in those songs to Allah. And I don't have anything against that God that is mine and ours, pure unconditional love of life. You need to understand this. Don't get me wrong. When you pray to God, you praying from the heart, and you praying to that higher power that is within you, that is your soul, that is your soul, which means the higher power that is pure, mine and ours, unconditional love of life, that was with the Jesus, in the Allah. Allah, there is no Allah in the physical form. It was Muhammad. But Muhammad was the same like Jesus. He had both sides, but he had the dark and the light within him. The way the dark energy and the light energy was in the humanity everywhere. Everything in the water, in the air element, and everywhere was together, mixed up. Now we are separating that. We are separating, and it's still separating. So no one knew that. No one told us who was Muhammad, who was Jesus. Within Jesus was both energy. He had like the yin and yang, or they had a masculine and feminine energy. That's it. That's what is, which means in energetic form, energy could be both masculine and feminine. But we have within us, in the negative and the positive energy. Jesus had, like all other, the Buddha, Krishna, and all of them, gods, and those that came that got like enlightened, and they're not enlightened really. Even though the Pleiades were presenting themselves like they are enlightened, that they got enlightenment, that they had, enlightenment, the top of the enlightenment, and that, but they never got enlightenment. Pleiades never got enlightened. We are more enlightened than the Pleiades because they went through the evolution, but they never really came to that point where we are right now to destroy the dark evil forces. But they still were together. So what's happened? They went through the evolution up until some point of time, and then after that they fall down into the darkness again. So we were cleaning up the Pleiades. I told them, Pleiades, we're trying to, I told you to claim that I was from the Pleiades, that they were created me. And I never accept that, even though that they did, even if my soul came from the Pleiades, so the galaxies and the star and the universe. I don't care from where is it. I know that it's from mine and now pure unconditional love of light. That's all. That's what I accept. I don't care from which galaxy, in which galaxy my soul, my part of my cords, energy cords, and the soul, where everywhere, in the sun, in the moon, in the stars and the galaxies, and I have the most powerful energy within me, the most powerful spiritual energy and the power within me that created everything that is mine and now is pure unconditional love of light. So, and then Dark Amrita is the one that she came into this planet like to be and the Babaji, to be to represent the dark in the physical form. So it was between me and her. They wanted to, to have the between me and her to actually do the dirty work, to play the games, in between me, the light, and her. She is a dark. She's dark, she's always summer, and I'm the light, and I've always been light and always will be. And you, my beautiful friends, you are the light, and you have within you negative energy that you never accepted the way I didn't, even though that still exists. Now, while I'm talking to you, we are cleaning up your body through my words and my physical form. I'm sending you energy that helping and supporting you to clear up your body and to destroy that dark energy and to enlighten yourself and return your power back to you. And to your soul is ready to shine through your physical form. That's how we're activating the power within of physical forms. I don't need to know you in the physical form. I know your soul on the soul level. So I'm doing Sophie in mine and ours, pure unconditional love of light. Know you on the spiritual level, and Sophie is creating the unity and returning you back your power, your light that has been stolen by those dark evil forces, and then and we're removing all those programs that were imposing upon humanity. So that's what's happening right now, clearing up our body, clearing up the humanity. How are we going to clean up the governments and the religion and everything? Because we're destroying those dark, soulless, samadhi, dark forces in the energetic form, and then those in the physical form have no power after that. So I commanded that time when they asked me, because they said, oh, it's myself, like because I'm the light, and all the light, the Sophie is the one that created everything, and that has all the power, that he created everything that is from the light, that has all the power. And then under command and control all those dark evil forces. So they were telling me when I was going, from the one level to the other, they were giving us lies and manipulations about the dimension. That's I'm going to touch that, because anything that I, that any subject that I come to that subject, that I touch that subject, we are taking the energy from them that they were stealing from us, even though when I was working and then on the project and I wasn't exposing that truth. So now we are collecting that energy, taking from them, and then that they were stealing. I did everything from my heart and soul. They could never, I don't believe, and they could never steal my energy, but still they were doing, and of course they have to return it back now, and we're destroying those dark energies, dark forces, and of course those magicians in a physical form. So what's happening now? We are destroying the dark codes. So those, they were asking me how when we were going, the levels, so the levels of the power that they had. Those that pretended to be those that were creators, that were interfering into humanity and creating the humanity. They now that just left them left, and they caught. So we're now destroying them and then taking the energy, because they were interfering to a planet, into our lives, and what they were doing, like the Pleiadians did. Pleiadians went through the evolution up until some point of time, and then after that they never got that enlightenment, and they fall down back into the darkness. So what's happened? They were destroying those powerful the actually dark forces, they were, even though going against themselves, those dark codes, dark Solar Sama be creating the energy, stealing energy from us, and be creating the energy and the code, and then they were using them up until some point of time somewhere where they were needed in order to get the power, and then after that they were destroying them. They were destroying them, and then, taking over, creating new, and that's the ones that wanted to manipulate with humanity and entire universe. They were manipulating with humanity and entire universe with the energy up until now, but not anymore, because they have no power anymore. We have all the power, and then Sophie created countless centers throughout the entire planet, entire universe, and then they're shining brightly everywhere, and we have everything under our command and everything. So now we are just destroying the last ones that were interfering to our lives. So it goes in a peaceful way, so that no one will notice even what was going on. We're doing that in a peaceful way. For me, really, it was very challenging, because I was going through all of that. But I never really, and I never accepted it as a challenging. But in fact, I just was more and more powerful, becoming more and more powerful, and had more and more desire to destroy all those dark evil forces in every form that were interfering into our lives. So when you're praying now to Jesus, or to any God, Allah, or to Buddha, or to, it doesn't matter, religion, really. Religion has been created by those soulless Ama. Well, how they created? They created, that's in the energetic level. And they created physical form. They incarnated into the physical form. And then through the physical form, the way was Jesus, there was Muhammad. They were projecting they were putting the energy code through them and within their physical form, and then working through them, and then manipulating from the heaven and from the earth through them, and then creating the religion. How? Writing the books, and then projecting the thoughts and words, and energetically, doing everything that they could do, the rituals and everything, and putting the energy into the human body, and projecting the thoughts and beliefs to believe in that only Jesus is the only God that can save you, or some believe that Allah is the only God that can save you. Allah is the right God, and Jesus is the one, and Jesus has Father. My beautiful friends, that's all lie. All is a lie. That's the way they got the codes, the energy and the center that existed. They were creating the energetic codes and putting them into the human body, and through them, that you have many channel, the messages throughout the internet. I read some of them, but they are all with the dark intention. I read some of them, and then I listened some of them, and when I saw some of them are using technology, something, the images of technology, and then projecting the channeling messages, and then projecting the energy. So not just the message, but the energy that we're projecting with the dark intention. But I never accepted that, but I was destroying the dark energy and then replacing it with light. So all of you that you were reading those channeling messages and throughout the internet, you have the many on the social media, and then that you believe in them, and that you believed in the Pleiades or any other. Please don't do so. Believe within yourself, within mind and now, pure unconditional love light. That's all the power. That's the only energy that is gonna stay forever and ever. All the dark energy we're gonna destroy. You Pleiades, I told them that they are dark soulless sama, that they will be destroyed completely. But that doesn't mean that I let go of the light. No, Pleiades that were dark soulless sama. I've told them that we are going to destroy them. But Pleiades, within Pleiades, of course, was a light. There is a light, was a light, and we've taken the light. So what we're doing from the Pleiades, from all other, I don't know even how many stars in the galaxies and nations were into the civilizations, were into the heaven. So we're now, so what we were doing, we were separating from their forms, from their centers, from their physical forms. We were taking the light and creating the centers, and they're emptying them and just leaving them dark ones, and then we were destroying them. So the Pleiades, I told them that because they wanted to, even though through the physical forms, they wanted to, interfere into our lives, into my life, and the codes, energetic codes, to interfere into my life and to claim that I was from the Pleiades, and that they are the one that were saving the world and the entire universe. And no, I said, no, they never did. In fact, they were working against the humanity, against the planet and entire universe. They are the ones that were stealing our light. They are the ones that was manipulating with humanity, stealing our light, and they were energetically attacking the humanity. So we never accept that. And then how attacking in any way energetically every problem that happened on this planet, everything that you felt in your life, negative energy problems, everything, whether they are in the like in the health way or healthily, financial, your family, your friends and soulmate and anything, those problems were created by those dark evil forces, dark soulless sama. And then how they did that? They did that through the magicians that were infiltrated into the religion, or into the religions where those dark forces or soulless sama infiltrated into the religion, were doing the rituals, creating the rituals, and together with those from the heaven, and they were putting and choosing which of those those dark ones in the physical form gonna put into the power. So that's what's going on the entire planet, in the governments. I was changing. I was just destroying all of them. Those changes that were happening on the government level, that's the result of my work with my man and house pure unconditional love alive. I was just putting him on the stage and many levels, so 7 levels, because they were saying that there are 7 dimensions on the 7 levels, and I was just pulling them down and pushing them down from the stage and taking their power and taking their project, like everything that they had to everything that they had to save themselves. They were trying to save themselves using as a shtick, like the protection, everything that they use for the protection. I was just taking that power from them, taking everything and just pushing them down from the stage and destroying them. It was sometimes it was really funny. I used to do that every day. One night I was doing that, and I used to do that for many hours. First I used to pray, but then after that I started to do my command. I used to write my prayers, but then I used to my command, and then I started working with the blessings. So when I was destroying, that was many times. It was funny. Sometimes I would say, "Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful heart and soul. You have fun. You have the sense of humor." Sometimes I will destroy all those dark evil forces. When I was, destroying those from the governments, and when I say from the governments, which means those energetic codes that are within their physical form. And then when we destroy those, then we completely destroy the project that we were doing with the dark intention. So I was just pushing them from the stage, destroying them, and they completed at that time. There was evening, and then just completed and pushed them down, destroy all of those dark forces. And then after some time, a woman, and there was a fat woman, American woman, came running, and she said to me, I was late on the stage. And I said to her, stage is finished. Just go straight into the fire, because I had a fire planet, fire from mine, and I was pure unconditional love light. She was just running and saying that she was late on the stage. I said, just go straight into the fire. And then I just pushed her into the fire. Then I created the planet, fire from the planets, and which from mine, and I was pure unconditional love light that I used to destroy those dark evil forces. So I used to throw all of those dark evil forces into the fire to destroy them. All of those that I knew from the government, from those dark evil forces, dark avatars, dark so-called gods, and then divine mothers and fathers, and I used to throw them into the hell and into the fire and destroying them, destroying their energetic codes, energetic forms. When I destroyed the energy, they're falling down into the in the physical form too. So I used many different ways. I used to destroy those dark evil forces. So what's going on? So now the doors, as I said, we were going the levels. So there were many of them, of those levels. All of them wanted to be my mentors, but they never really were, because they were projecting to be my mentors, but they were never my mentors, because my true mentor was my soul, Sophie, my my soul that led me all my life from within, with the knowledge from within that is within my heart and soul. So he was giving them opportunity to because he was together, yin and yang, light and the dark. So it's just Sophie. Yes, Sophie was leading me. My soul was leading me all my life. So now they're listening within what I'm gonna say. So it was yin and yang. It was dark and light. It was mixed up together. So now we are destroying the dark evil forces, and then just protecting the light and spreading the light all over the world. The energy that I'm creating, we are polarizing with mine and our pure unconditional love light. Actually, we are giving it to the energy that we are creating. We are giving it wisdom and knowledge and soul. So we replace entire energy on the entire planet and entire universe through my heart, through my physical form. Sophie was every day, every night going through the energy, was created through my heart and soul, and we were replacing that energy into the heaven and into the earth that we replace completely entire energy on the earth, inside the earth, and we destroyed the dark evil forces that were inside the earth. But then we destroyed the dark energy that were into the water. We replaced the water into the water energy completely. We created systems within the water element. We created the new centers within our beautiful planet. We created many countless centers in the heaven. So now we are destroying those dark evil forces. So they're still trying to, some of them that are still, those that are on the top level. So they were playing the game, dirty game, through all of those lower levels, but we were destroying them. And I always was saying to Sophie, please let us destroy the door, let us cut the head of the snake. When we cut the head of the snake, the all other is gonna fall down. All other the dark forces and souls, some are gonna fall down. So always saying to Sophie, let us destroy the head of the snake, because that's the same snake, because they said to me that when Sophie created this girl humanity in the human form, the dark forces, souls, some are created first physical form in the form of snake. And then from the snake materialize and incarnated into the human body, and then start mixing up with the light. That's how that's the story that they gave it to me. So that's the story that they gave it to me. But who created snake? So now I was asking them, how much more? How deep is the rabbit hole? How much more lies they're gonna project to us? We humanity that on the planet. So they said that humanity came from the Adam and Eve. Who created Adam and Eve? Which means that humanity existed much more earlier. 7,000 years. They gave me the information that 7,000 years was not 7,000 years. So I'm gonna say another 10 millions of years, more. That is everything they were doing on the seven dimensions and everything, that humanity existed on our planet. Is that really true? I'm not sure. I don't really believe in that, because a lot of lies they were placing to us and projecting towards us, trying to project towards me, but I didn't accept it. So when they said to me, when we reached the level of the energy to destroy the garden where Adam and Eve were first time placed on a beautiful planet. So Adam and Eve that were on the beautiful planet. So when the snake asked Eve not to eat the apple, and Eve took the apple and then ate it, and then after that they throw them out from the garden. You know the story from the religion. Throw them out from the garden, and then they start mixing up with the dark forces, and that's how they fall down into the darkness. And up until then, they were light. So what's happened there? So when we reach the level of the energy to come to that point, we destroyed that apple, the apple tree, and all the apples that ever existed, and all the products from the apples, and the apples that ever existed, and the trees and everything, we destroyed them and returned it. That was a symbolic, that was something in the physical form and energetic that has to be done in order to return the karmas to those dark evil souls, to those souls, to return them the karmas, and to destroy the energy that it was created, and that we set free all beautiful mind and house, pure unconditional light souls. So we destroy that completely. I just got the vision, because I used to do 24 constantly, without even those many nights I didn't sleep. So 24 constantly doing the work, spiritual from the spirit, and then an energetic level. So one day I was just working, doing the command, and then blessings, and then it came the vision of the Adam and Eve in the garden, where they were in the garden. It was apple, and the apple tree full of apples. And then I was doing with the vision, my vision, and with my soul and with the spirit. We took all of that apple from the root. the apple tree from the root. We took it out, and all those from entire heaven, an entire universe, an entire planet, all those apple trees and apple, the fruits and apple products, we all of them throw them into the fire. That was the symbolically we destroyed all those dark forces that were interfering into our life, that created, that made Adam and Eve to fall down into the darkness. So we clean up entire garden. That was the sign that we destroy all those dark forces, that we root of the root core of the darkness. We destroy it and we return them the karmas. Now, then after that, since then, I didn't eat apple. Up until then, I always I do eat apple. I don't know, it was projected upon me. They made me, I always had apple. I always big, the basket of apples. Always, I used to eat every fruit, but apple, I always had apples. And I even didn't know why. You know why people are made it like, eat one apple a day and you will be healthy. That's what they were associating apple with the darkness. And then dark Sole Sama Amrita, she was giving the darshan. Sometimes to some people she was giving an apple. And one day she gave me an apple and a couple of sweets. And I didn't know what was the meaning of that. But one of those people that was following her, he said to me that when she gave an apple to somebody, like it's a good sign that if you get an apple from her, that if you pray to her or to God, that you're praying to, that your prayer will be answered. And my beautiful friends, my beautiful hearts and souls, I didn't know the meaning of the apple at that time. But when I ate that apple and I just prayed I just pray that to go to mine. And when I pray always to mine and ask for unconditional love of life, but just in the different form. When I say so, God. When I was taking the mantra from her, I just asked for mine, for pure love of light mantra. I didn't want any religious mantra, anything. I just wanted to pure love of light mantra. So when I asked her, I just wanted, like pure love of light mantra. And she was playing the games, hiding, and people, she said, go there and take the mantra. Her people that were supporting her. And then I went there, but they went on. But then after that, somebody came. She was playing the game. But what was happening at that time? Why she was playing the game? No, she was trying to hide the people from me in order to get the mantra. But she was just the soul is evil in the human form. She didn't know that she could never play with me because I have the love of light within myself. I didn't depend on her or on her mantra. I never depended on her mantra, but I have wanted to use something so that to express my love and light and to create the energy. So she never really could interfere into my life, into my love and light. But yes, she was manipulating with people around until I get the mantra. Since then, I always had that every step of the way that I took, it was with the mantra, and everything that I was doing was with the mantra, mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. In this, if I translate it now, it will be everything is by default, everything is by default. So when we destroy the apple tree and everything, we destroy the root cause of the evil. That was the time when we destroyed that root core of the evil that made Adam and Eve to fall in the darkness. So who created, which means, maybe to heart, who created Adam and Eve, which means that a human form existed, humanity existed much, much, much earlier, not just on our beautiful planet. Our beautiful planet is small in comparisons to everything that exists, its entire universe and many universes that existed. Our beautiful planet is small if we compare to that. But now it was small, but now everything was turning around us. But now it's the most powerful or beautiful planet planet and the most enlightened, and all the light is now within on our planet and within me, all the powers within us, mine and ours, pure conditional love light. So everything is spinning around us. So you need to know that all the powers within me, and the Montenegro is the center of the of our beautiful planet and the center of the universe. And we destroy many universes. I told you, and there was a dirty universe, and the heaven that they call it is a dirty playground where the dark forces, so codes, energetic codes, used to go and to that's they call it our universe, that they used to come and to play dirty games and with humanity and on each other. So we stopped that. They still they want to play they want to manipulate with the energy, with my energy. But I put the rules and regulations that by default, rules and regulations that override all other rules and regulations. So I'm not accepting any other rules and regulations except the by default rules and regulations. So creating those rules and regulations to protect everything that we were doing up until now, that we're creating. So all of those must answer at the end. They must answer to the rules and regulations of the by default, because everything depends on me. Even those dark forces depend on me. If I throw them into the hell, they will experience all the pain and suffering before the Big Bang, and then after Big Bang, everything that they place into hell. But then that they were creating the hell to anyone that created the problems, all of that, they will have to experience that. So which means that all of them have to answer on my command from my physical form, and of course in the spiritual level. Sophie from the spirit is the one that has all the power, that has everything under the control, and in the spirit and energetic level, and of course in the physical form. So in the physical form, still there are some dark energy, solar sama codes, but we are clearing up them now. Some of them in the soulless Chigi. Chigi is the main code for the soulless sama, for the dark forces, for the psychopathic, crazy players. Chigi is the main code. He came later on into my body. I don't know how long it's been, but we have all the energy within ourselves. But it just is it with the good intention, or is it with the bad intention? So they were placing, all the energy, many energy, actually codes, main players were going through my body, and we destroying them within my body. And of course, I used to destroy them in the air, like putting them into the like centers the way we were doing. We will do that sometime. I'm doing that in my language, but we will do in English, just to set up the stage for us, for all of you to understand what's going on and what was going on, so we can do the later on work and then destroy all those dark forces in energetic level. In my language, I'm doing that because I have a team that was following me for 3 years. So we're doing now a great job. So that's why I can go easily on English until you got to know what is going on right now, so that you can give much more contribution to the world, and to peace and freedom and joy and bliss. So when that they were saying to us on the net, on the social media, everywhere was humanity guys from the 3D to 5D. Has anyone ever explained to you, my beautiful souls, my beautiful by default, what does it mean? How come we are going from 3D to 5D? And I was asking, did anyone understand that? Do you understand that really? What does it mean? You all know that humanity go from 3D to 5D. And do you really know what does it mean? Have you ever thought about it? One day, it was one of those so-called mentors of the Solar Sama, and he wanted to explain to me how we are going from 3D to 5D. And I said, of course, I want to know. And I took the paper and the pen and the paper, and I draw the earth, and I draw the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, the dimension, 7 dimension. And I said, now show me how we go from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. Explain to me. And he just shut down. He didn't know. He didn't know what to say. He just didn't know. He was just one of those liars, manipulators with the energy. He thought that he could manipulate with me, but he couldn't, because I knew that he didn't even know. But he wanted to, project the lies and manipulations to make me believe. But I never believed in anything that they were projecting towards me and upon me, lies and manipulations. I accept only the things and everything that is by default. Only the thing that come from mine and ours, pure unconditional love of light. So he stopped, and since then no one tried to explain to me how we're going. But I know from my internal knowledge, when you say we are going from 3D to 5D, I told you before I started doing the live in my language. I used to do the research, constantly research on the net, everything. I knew all the light workers. I know all of those that were doing the podcast. I knew everything was going on in the world. I was searching for truth, but I never found the truth anywhere on the net. I found the truth within me, my beautiful heart and soul. You will never find the truth as anywhere else there that they're projecting their lies. You're going to find the truth within you, and I'm exposing you the truth, and you're going to realize that within yourself, because you're changing from within. So what's happened? So how come that we are going from 3D to 5D? So a lot of lies was was just projecting and was just going around through the net, through the social media about that. All those Soul Sama were projecting even those channeling messages were projecting the lies and manipulations and fear to humanity, with some kind of with fear of humanity that something will happen, that something bad will happen, and that's happened bad, but to those dark sources, to those Soul Sama, we are destroying them. So what's happening? So they were projecting like, oh, how come we are in the third dimension? How come that we are going on the fifth dimension? So now I'm going to explain that to you, my beautiful souls, my beautiful by defaults. So I was doing with my team, with my light workers and my beautiful by default that following me for 3 years. That were following me, and I have my team that we are working every day and destroying all those dark forces. I have in the physical form team, and I have in my spiritual and energetic form, on the spiritual and energetic form. So what's happened, my beautiful soul, when I was working, there was a time, a year, almost a year that I was behind the camera. I was working behind the camera. That time we clean up the entire planet. We clean up all the dimension and the levels, and they said to me that there are 7 dimensions. There was a lot of those interference of those Soul Sama projecting the lies and manipulations and trying to steal the energy that we were creating. So they projected towards me that there are 7 dimensions. 2 dimensions are under the inside of the earth. And why we are on the third dimension? Because the third dimension is the planet here where we are. On the planet, which means on the earth, on this level. That's the third dimension. And the 2 dimensions are inside of the earth. And then this is the third one. And we still have in the heaven many more dimensions upon 7. So what we were doing, they said to me that there are 7 dimensions, and in every dimension there are 7 levels. But then within those 7 levels, there are another 7 levels of the of the energetic and the physical form. So we were doing the cleaning up all of those dimensions and then the new levels of the dimensions. But after that, I found out that they never were. That was 7 dimensions, but 2 are within the earth, but not 7 and the 714. They made it. They wanted to use it into the rituals to steal our energy, but they cannot steal our energy because we did from our heart. And I did everything, and my team, we did did everything from the heart and soul. It was sometimes up to 5 to 7 hours. We were doing the energetic work all the time. Yes, it was a lot of projections from those dark forces, the soul and summer, but I never accepted anything that is less than mine and ours, pure unconditional love of life. My intention was always accepting just the things that are from mine and ours, pure unconditional love of life, nothing less. So we were cleaning up the dimension inside of the earth, cleaning up the water, cleaning up the earth, and cleaning up the entire third dimension, which means we on the ground, that we are on the earth and the nature kingdom. And they were cleaning up the heaven. So how come that we are now coming going from the third dimension to the fifth? So my beautiful soul, my beautiful friends, my beautiful by defaults, we are not going anywhere from the physical form. So what we're doing in the physical form, we are on the third dimension, on the ground. And we have the air, we have our atmosphere. That's the third dimension. The fourth and fifth and seventh and eighth, they are in the air, they are in the spiritual and energetic level. So we are not going from a physically, we are not going into the fifth dimension, but we are going internally. With the knowledge and the understanding and enlightenment, we are going up from the third dimension that actually they call it sleep in the sleep, like the humanity is not aware. Because humanity is not asleep, the dark forces are asleep, but humanity was not aware what was going on. The informations had been hidden, and then placed the lies and manipulations, and they had a dark web around the planet and everywhere. So we destroyed that dark web. I was destroying it for a long time, and then it came the time that we completely destroyed that, and then we created the systems in the earth, in the earth, in the water, and in the air. So now the air is much lighter, and when you want to create something, when you want to do something, you create it much faster, because the light is now spreading everywhere. But with dark forces, we are destroying them. So we destroy that dark net that they created, that was really stopping us into the evolution, but not evolution on not just evolution on that they were saying on that we will go physically, or in the they didn't think really physically, but they were thinking in the energetic level. But we are now creating the eternal life into a physical form. We are changing our bodies from within. So we are going to go to be live forever. We're going to the fifth, not just the fifth, but the seventh dimension, into the internally, with evolution of our soul, which means we are returning back our full power to us. Some of you never had it in the physical form. Some of us actually, the power that I've ever felt, that I felt so much power within myself, I even didn't have the access to that power, because it wasn't the right time. I will never misuse that power. I knew I had that power, I had the knowledge. But I went through many problems, and I never ever misuse that knowledge and energy. I never want to do anything, even though the soul is summer. We're creating a lot of problems to me, the dark ones, the dark, psychopathic, dirty players. We're creating a lot of problems to me, and especially financial problems. I knew I had the tools, but I never wanted to misuse it, because I knew that the dark force will interfere. So I didn't want to use it. I said, I will get what I need to get. I know internally from my heart and soul all the wisdom and knowledge and power is within me, and I will just follow my heart, and then I'm not gonna accept anything else that is less than mine, and I'll be unconditional love and light. So they were doing everything to trying to in any way to project the lies, to steal my power, to steal my energy. But they were stealing at some point of time. They're stealing my energy, but still they had to return it back, because I have the power within me, and I know I'm destroying those dark soul summer. So, my beautiful friends, now we are doing what we are doing now. We are destroying those dark forces. We're creating the energy. We are not doing the rituals. We are not doing any rituals. Dark forces, soulless, somehow the dark ones in the physical form, or Satanists, or globalists, Masons, or demons, or whoever you call them, in the physical form, the dark ones that I call them, they are doing the rituals in order to generate the energy. But we are not doing any rituals. Since I came on this planet, since I started doing the project, we never done the rituals. I never did any rituals. All I do is a prayer. I did the first prayers and then command, and now blessings. So now, even though through my words, through my physical form, I'm sending the energy towards you. And if you open up your heart, you will feel it, and you will change your life. It will change your life forever if you accept it, and if you just believe within yourself, within your heart. We are returning your power, full power, back to yourself, so that you can give as much more as possible contribution towards the freedom and peace and joy and bliss. We are writing new history of humanity with the golden letters. So I'm here to lead you, to be your leader, and to give you all the tools and the light and love and everything that you need in order to succeed. And all you have to do really is to do your part. So, my beautiful friends, I'm doing, on my language, I'm destroying all those dark evil forces with my theme. And even though every day I'm destroying all those dark forces, I'm working constantly destroying all those dark evil forces. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I'm using my codes. Now I created my codes. I'm not coding the command. My codes are command. So I'm commanding to all those dark forces into the hell. So I'm using the codes that I created. So I use some of them, the original codes. Some of them I will translate in English. So like Ito, I've told you, Ito means, oh, thank you. Use it, my beautiful friends. Thank you. Thank you has so much power. Thank you in my language means hvala, and hvala is destructive energy for those dark evil forces, and it's enlightenment for us. So use it, my beautiful friends. Thank you as much in any situation where you can use it, because when you say thank you, all the doors are opening for you, because it's the power of the energy that I've coded within the code of the thank you. So when you use thank you, when you say thank you, we are sending the dark destructive energy towards those dark evil forces within and without, and we are protecting ourselves, and we returning the karmas to all those dark evil forces that were interfering to our lives, or anywhere on this planet or anywhere else with the dark intention, and we are blessing ourselves. So, and it's a huge energy, and it's a huge power. So, and it is not just thank you. There are many codes that I've created. Actually, every word that I say is a code, and I'm sending you light and love towards you that will lead you, help you, and support you. So there is so much more that I want to explain to you, so much that was going on, that I was doing since I started the project. I was doing, all the time, 24, destroying all those dark evil forces in everywhere, and destroying all those soulless sama, even those I was gave a fire, all of them that were pretending to be my mentors, that were magicians, and all those so-called divine mothers, fathers, or those in the religion infiltrated, like the gurus, spiritual teachers and gurus. And they're not spiritual teachers, they're not gurus, because they don't have a spiritual guru, because they don't have a spirit. They have the energy, and the dark energy. And light workers, I knew all of them, light workers that were working with the light, but they really didn't know what they were doing. They were receiving the messages from invisible world, but they didn't know who was giving them the messages. They didn't know who was giving them information. They were receiving the informations were channeled, and they were receiving the informations, but they didn't know which side was giving them information. So many times I was listening to them, and anytime I listened to that, I was directing the energy in the right way towards the light and to destroy all those dark forces. And many of them thought, oh, she was listening to us, we taught her. They never taught me anything, because I'm my soul, the Sophie mind and our pure conditional level light was giving them the information and the knowledge and wisdom that they got. But everything else that is less than pure unconditional love light was coming from the dark forces. The arrogancy that they had, that was coming from the soul sama, but they were not aware of that. So some of them fall down into the dark forces. We just I said all of those that were doing intentionally, not with intention, dark attention, consciously against the humanity. We're going to destroy their bodies and destroy all their energy cords. We're going to destroy them completely. But those that were working with the open heart and soul, with the good intention to protect the humanity on a beautiful planet, of course, we are supporting them, and they are welcome to work with us and to help and support humanity and help us and give a contribution to the world and to create a better place for all of us. Those that were doing with a good intention, working everything from the heart and soul. But there are, and even though that were working from the heart and soul with a good intention, still were under the influence of dark forces that they didn't know. But now they know. Now they know everything. Everywhere they're following. So now everyone that was doing the work with the energy, light workers or gurus and all those that were open to energy up until now, when they are now included into the project, now they know now what energies are right, what is the light, who is the main by default in the physical and in the spiritual level and energetic. So now they can choose whether they're going to go with the dark and to be destroyed forever and ever, or they're going to join the light and to live a life in eternity and with love, joy, peace, and bliss. So, of course, they have the choice. Those that are into the physical form, and of course, those in an energetic form. Energetic form, of course, even in an energetic level, on a spiritual level, I always thought and always believed that we are pure. So was it the interference of those dark evil forces into our spiritual world and the spiritual codes? It was. But did I accept that? No, I never accepted that. I knew that we always had the power, and I always believed that we were always united, even though that we were not, that Sophie created the unity. We were on some level, but not. I always believed that we had the spiritual intelligence. When was going on through that battle, 2 months of the main battle, they were trying to take my spiritual intelligence. I said, no, we have that. I always believed that we have that you always had it, that we have the spiritual intelligence that is pure mind and now pure unconditional love light. I always believed that, and I still believe that. We create it even more. I will talk to you about the work that I did with the sun. Through the sun, we created the unity of the spirit, of our spiritual, the forms. So on the spiritual level, through the sun, I used to work with the sun. I'm still working with the sun, but still I have the power within me. But at some time, through the sun, we got the light from the other. To the sun, we got the light from the other planets, those universes and everywhere, from Pleiades. We through the sun got the light on our beautiful planet. So I was working with the sun. Sun was supporting us, and I still have because the sun is within me, and with the sun and everything, mine and our pure unconditional light is within me. Then all the power is within me, and of course the forms of my soul, of the Sophie. We are united under the name of Sophie in all other forms, in the sun, in the moon, and all other centers that we're creating on the planet stars, and in the nature, in our beautiful planet, in the water, and everywhere. Through my body, through my physical form, we were creating the energy that was creating through the blessings and commands and everything. And then Sophie was still doing the work within, and he was through my soul was going, heart and soul was going the energy before Sophie put it in the, to create it. So that's the energy that everything. So we, from my heart and soul, everything, we are giving the wisdom and knowledge, and we're giving the intelligence, and we're giving the soul to everything that we are creating. Up until now, it didn't have a soul, it was the energy, but now we are giving it soul because it's coming from my heart and soul, and we're replacing the energy. We replace it, and still replacing it everywhere, even within yourself. So we are your parts of the soul, not the parts, I would say, forms, because the part is different than the forms of the soul that have been that were stolen by those dark forces. We are returning it back to you and giving you power, knowledge. That's the way we are enlightening ourselves. So I started talking about the dimension. So now what's happening? So they said to me that when I was working at that time, still, they said to me about the dimension. So when we were cleaning up, it came, and I used to do that in the physical form symbolically. I used to have everything symbolically about the dimension, the first, second, and up till seventh dimension. And the seventh dimension, I had the symbolically humanity. So which means we got enlightenment. We got at the top, all the dimensions. We went through the evolution. We came to the enlightenment, which means we destroy the dark energy, the dark forces, soul, sama, from ourselves and everything, wherever they were, and we accepted only mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. So I had to do all of that symbolically and on the energetic level and on the physical form in order to get that enlightenment and to go through that evolution. So I used to that in that way we saved the humanity, saved our beautiful planet, because I was working day and night. So my beautiful friend, I was when I was doing about that, we changed the moon too, and we were destroying the energy from the sun, dark energy, the solar sama energy from the sun, and they replaced it with mine and ours, pure unconditional love and life. So when I was about the dimension, so they said to me, first 2 dimensions are within the earth. We on the 3rd dimension because it's on the ground, and then 4th dimension. So some people were asking, what is going on with the 4th dimension? How come we are going from the 3rd dimension onto the 5th? Where is the 4th dimension? Why we are skipping the 4th dimension? And I knew internally that we don't belong to that 4th dimension. But I thought we're just gonna make a huge, jump from the 3rd into the 5th. What was going on, my beautiful friends? We are on the 3rd dimension. We are together mixed up with the dark forces, with the dark energy and dark ones. That's the reason why all those bad things were happening in the world going on, all the lies, manipulations, and everything. So that's what was going on. I'll talk about the events in the on the global level, because I'm the one that working with my heart and soul to put all those dark evil forces, to destroy them and remove them, and to create a peace on the earth. We've created peace, and creating is still Ukraine and the dark players on an energetic level playing through the Russia, through the America, and through the Europe, and through the Zelensky in the Ukraine. So we are destroying the energy. When we destroy the energy, then they cannot do in the physical form anything. They don't have power in the physical form. So when I asking them now, many were asking what's going on with the 4th dimension. So what's happening? So how was that put in the place? We on the 3rd dimension, so it was mixed up. On 4th dimension, it was energetic level, the dark forces. They had their dimension, 4th dimension, the dark energy, the dark energy in energetic form. And the fifth was ours. Fifth was ours. There was the, like the goodness or good things that we were doing, and everything, like everything that we're doing, the light energy. On the sixth dimension, there were dark forces that were they were placing their dark energy, that they were creating the darkness, that they were creating everything that we're creating, and the dark energy. That's what they gave me the information. But on the seventh dimension, there is energy of the light. When I clean up the dimension, and some I had the symbolically. I had to everything, in the physical form have something. At some point I came to that I thought, how come that the sixth and the seventh dimension dirty, and they should be light, because we are going towards the light. How come that they are dirty? And I thought, how come that on the sixth dimension there was a darkness, and in the seventh dimension still was darkness? And I thought, how come? And I had, symbolically some plates, and I was, like trays actually. So I was, because in the it has to be round to represent the universe, or to represent the dimension. So I thought, how come that the seventh dimension was dirty, more more dirty than the fifth, the sixth? And it wasn't, but because it was infiltrated from those dark forces onto the dimension. So now what's happening? Because what's happening really, it was our energy that was the dark force that were interfering into our lives and stealing our energy. Did I ever accept that was on seventh dimension and more dirty than the sixth? No. But they projected that towards me, and the symbolically that I use, it showed up, but I didn't accept that. But yeah, they were interfering into our lives. They were interfering into energetic energy and into our spiritual, of course, life. But did I accept anything from them, from those darker forces? No, I didn't. I'm just accepting only the things that are from mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. So I clean up. So when I realized that fourth and the sixth dimensions were there from the dark forces, from the soul, the sama, and fifth and the seventh were ours from the light. So when we were doing the cleaning up of the entire, the existence, first when the humanity started, but then after that, it was the like places where the humanity started, and then from there where the humanity was, and from there that humanity was after that created. So which means it was the center of this humanity, the beginning of humanity, and then after that where the humanity was created later on. So in two places, and then we cleaned up all of that in the entire universe, and then we clean up all of that, and then they were stealing our energy. When we came to the dimension, we clean up all those dimensions. When we came to that dimension, to the fourth dimension, we destroyed the fourth dimension, and the sixth dimension, we completely destroyed them. And then we left only fifth and the seventh dimension, which means and everything that is from the seventh dimension that was dirty, we destroyed. So which means that we destroy all those dark evil forces already. And I know I used to say that, sit down and to do work, I will see myself flying through the entire heaven, flying through the universe, and destroy all those dark forces. And I had a match at the light from the light, and it was and I was going to fly into the universe, and with that much, I was just opening up. They were hiding behind the, like they had a protection and they had some masks. So I was just destroying all of that and exposing them and destroying all those dark forces. I'll talk about that, and there is so much more that I want to tell you, because I'm just starting now doing this on live on the English, because I want to reach on a global level as many souls as possible, and to expose the truth and to enlighten you and to return your full power back. So I used to throughout the entire universe to fly with my soul and to me sitting down watching. I used to work with the sun and the moon, and then watching and then destroying those dark forces, and flying and flying and then destroying all those dark forces. So we destroy the dimension fourth and the sixth dimension, which means we destroy all those dark forces that we're doing, and the energy that we're creating, and that was the energy that they were creating, and then placing on that dimension. So when we clean up that dimension, we destroy those dark evil energies. So those that are so-called divine mother, divine father in the physical form, or so-called avatars or spiritual gurus, so they forms in energetic forms from the fourth dimension and sixth dimension, wanted to come to the earth and to hide into the earth, into the water, or into the earth, into like the internal air. But we never accept that. We found them everywhere. Wherever they went, we found them and we destroyed them. So we found them everywhere. Wherever they went, I would just point them. I would be with the vision. I would just zoom and see inside the earth what's going on and what was going on in the heaven. So I would just pinpoint them, and I was just putting them in the light and destroy them. So that's what we were doing all the time. We'll do that at some point of time, but I just want to first lay the ground for all of you to understand what was going on, what still we are doing, but we are working and destroying all those dark evil forces. So now is the time to go on a global level, so that everyone can understand what was going on up until now, and why we went through so many problems on a global level, and how we're going to solve those problems now to create eternal peace forever for us, and eternal life and abundance and prosperity, and destroy all those dark evil forces and place them into the hell forever. So there is so much more that I want to explain to you. There is so many things, many subjects that just touch to some subject of those. I will explain to you later on more. But why the reason why I'm just touching those subjects is because we are collecting the energy, Pusadi, everything that we did, cleaning up earlier when I was almost a year working behind the camera. Why I was working behind the camera? Because I was working at the same time talking and doing the energetic work. So I was working with my hands and throwing away those dark forces into the fire and destroying them. So I was working energetically, so with my hands and movement. So it wasn't for the camera, because the people that follow me, my golden souls that were working with me, they would be more focused on my movement instead of doing the energetic work. So that's the reason why I was behind the camera working energetically and destroying all those dark forces. So now when we reach that point of that level, that I can go on the camera now and do the work together now. I don't need to really do with my hands anymore, because I do that with my vision and with internal knowledge. So now it's much easier, and we reach that level of enlightenment that we can now destroy all those dark forces, even just with my thoughts, and I'm projecting them from my eyes, from my head, projecting the fire and destroying all those dark forces. Sometimes from my hands and just destroying them, throwing the fire and destroy all those dark forces. So we are creating the energy. As I said earlier, we never did the rituals. We're not doing the rituals, not any. This is the pure energy, the purest energy that ever existed on anywhere in the entire existence. This is the purest energy. Never ever has existed such energy ever since the beginning of creation, that is united together the way it is now in one place within myself. And now that we are creating the center, we've created and still creating the centers and the systems and everything. So this is the energy only that will exist. Mine and ours, pure unconditional love light, which means Sophia's and ours, which means mine and yours, ours, all of us, pure love and light. So, which means Sophia's and ours, pure unconditional love and light. So that's the energy that will, as wise is Sophie's, my soul in the spiritual level. But yeah, my name is Sophia. In English will be Sophia, but I would prefer Sophia because it's original name. Sophia's pure love and light, and or Sophie in the spiritual level. My main code in my is Sophie. Sophie created unity, so we are all united under the name of Sophie into the spiritual world. And now we are creating an energetic. So now we are creating the unity on the physical form. That's the reason why I want to go on the global level. I'm this is happening on the global and on the universal level, and everything is recording. It will come out the movie and everything. You will see what I went through in order to save the humanity on a beautiful planet, and what was going on behind everything that you couldn't even imagine, and behind all of those posts that you were liking, that you were sharing on everything, that the dark forces were stealing your energy and trying to manipulate with your energy. So I was working with that many times. I was working with that, to returning back your energy back to yourself and returning back to us, and taking it from the dark forces that were stealing your energy. So I'm still doing that. I'm still working to take our energy back from those dark forces that were stealing from us and returning back to us. That's the way that I'm giving and returning your full power back to yourself. Of course, through mine and now pure unconditional love light. So that's my beautiful souls. There is so much more that I want to tell you. There is so much that I've been working on all my life, and especially since 2007. Since 2003, the project started. Since 2007, when I met those dark so-called divine mothers and fathers and the avatars, and that were it was given them opportunity to lead the project, but I never did. But now is the time to let them go, to place them into the hell and destroy them forever and ever in every form. All those dark evil forces, all those psychopathic, crazy players. It's time to let them go, and for us it's time to create a life that we deserve to live in eternity, peace and joy and bliss, and to be happy and joyful and enlightened, and to have really abundance and prosperity, and that we create our future. Up until now, you didn't know, you couldn't even imagine who was interfering to your life, who was creating your future, and you believed that was God. No, my beautiful souls, it wasn't God. It was dark, evil forces that were interfering to our lives, and then trying to manipulate with our energy and creating the problems. Of course, mine and ours, pure unconditional love light, is was protecting us and saving us and helping us and supporting us. So everything that you went through in your life that is a negative, that is all those negative emotions, all those problems that you went, or lack of energy, stress or depression on anything, or disappointment on anything, you know that was from the dark energy, from the dark forces, dark soulless sama that was created, and then mine and ours pure unconditional light was helping and supporting us, and still still helping and supporting us, and always will. So my beautiful heart and soul, as I said, there is so much more to tell you and to talk to you about, and I want you to know what was going on and what is going right now. What was going on is one thing, we're cleaning up that and destroying dark forces, but the most important thing is now, what are we going to create? I know I have the internal knowledge, I have the plan, and I know what I want to create. I want to create eternal life for all of us, peace and bliss and joy and happiness for all of us, a unity on a soul level. When I say on a soul level, which means unity in the spiritual, energetic, and physical form of which means on the soul. So unity with our soul mate. Up until now, dark forces that the soulless sama were interfering, and where were really creating the problems. They were making the people to marry or to be with somebody because of the interest of the material things and not because of their love. The dark, selfish love was projected upon humanity. Now those programs we are removing, and we are now giving you pure mind and now pure unconditional love and light, so that you feel it. You'll feel it that you have never felt anything in your life ever, such pureness and light and joy and happiness and peace. That's what I'm gifting to you, my beautiful friends. So now let us do a little bit meditation, but then probably I'll see maybe next time, and we will do a little bit more work and on destroying the dark evil forces. So now let us do a little bit. I want to help you, not just in this way. Through my words, you need to understand when any word, every word, any and every word that I say, it's coded with energy, and it's helping you. I mean, you look at myself, my physical form. I'm sending you energy that's helping and supporting you. So now let's do a little bit energy work. Let us now just breathe in through your nose and just say, everything I'll do, you just breathe in and focus. Everything is by default. 24 by default. I'm loud and clear. Breathe out from the stomach. Breathe out and say, everything is by default. Everything is from my heart and soul. Everything is by default. Everything is by default. Everything's from my heart and soul. I'm loud and clear. Everything is by default. Breathe out. Everything is by default. Everything's from our heart and soul. Everything's by default. Everything's by default. I'm loud and clear. Everything is 24 by default. Everything is by default. Everything is 24 by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my beautiful soul. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful golden soul. Now, my sweethearts, just focus on your self, on your breathing, and just listen to your body. Listen what's going on within yourself. I just want to know, I created 4 main centers in the body. You know that earlier, as I was reading and researching, I found that there were 7 centers in the body. The reason why 7, those dark forces were doing the rituals with the 7 and with the numbers, but we take the energy behind the 7, behind all those numbers, and return them the karmas to all those dark evil forces, dark soul, sama. So everything is Sveya by default. Everything is Sveya 24 24 bez milosti, without mercy. 24 bez milosti, without mercy. Everything's by default. So my beautiful souls, just focus on yourself. This is the center, heart, your heart. Focus on yourself. And fill yourself with the energy, light, golden light, the way it is around me. Fill yourself within your body with the light. That's the main center, the heart center. The other one is at the feet. So both feet, you have the center, and then seat, and we have the center of the communication, which is the throat. And we center of the head, where is the third eye. So when you first focus on your heart center, or the breathing, and fill yourself with the light, entire your body filled with the light, expand it, and see and that all other centers are uniting together and creating one huge center of the light, mind and now pure unconditional love light within and without your body. And focus on that. And let us fill entire place where you live. and then expand further. Fill entire area, entire city, an entire country, an entire planet, an entire universe. If you need help, you just focus on the color around me in order to get the light. Sometimes when they're starting to interfere into my visual, sometimes I just focus on the light around me, on the camera and everywhere, and I project it into the heavens. So I just stop them interfering. So see yourself shining from within and without, filling up yourself, an entire planet, an entire universe with mind and now's pure unconditional love light. And just hold that vision and focus on yourself. Focus on your body. Listen to your body. You need to understand, you need to know that all the power is within you. And you need to know that every within yourself is an energy, mind and now pure unconditional love light energy that has that intelligence, that has the wisdom and knowledge that you need to communicate with yourself. And the most important is that you trust and believe your internal knowledge that's coming from your heart and soul, so that you don't believe if you hear that usually those that are open to the energy, that you listen to the energy, that invisible word, when you listen to that invisible forces, usually those soul sama are talking. They are talking. The mind and our pure unconditional love light, it's working and it's destroying those dark evil forces. So if you're not sure when you're getting the information, if you're not sure which side is talking to you, that's for those that are open to for the energy, and that you see the energy or hear those invisible forces. If you're not sure, is it true, or is it from the light, or is it from the soul sama? Just ask, is that by default? Is it by default? And they cannot lie, because you have the energy within you, mind and now pure unconditional light. If they try to lie by default, we destroy them. So when you receive the messages, you just ask, is it by default? Is it Sophia's and now pure unconditional love light? Then you will know. That's the how I used to. If I wasn't sure when I was receiving the messages, that's what I used to do. I was asking, is it mine and ours pure unconditional love light? And if you don't get the answer, you know that it's not. And you will know with your internal knowledge. With this, I'm activating mine and ours pure unconditional love light within yourself. Listen to your body. And know that you're filled with mind and now pure unconditional love light within and without. And we're filling entire planet and entire universe with mind and now pure unconditional love light. And you're aware of that. You're conscious, and you're doing that with the internal knowledge and the focus. And listen to your body. Now let us send the love light to a beautiful planet. So from your heart, send the love light. We're destroying the dark evil energy. When you see that on the camera that it goes a little bit dark, which means that the dark forces, soul, sama, we are destroying. And then we are enlightening ourselves. So now let us send the love light to a beautiful planet. From our heart, just intentionally send the love light to a beautiful planet, the center of the planet inside the earth. And just let it see that it's enlightening, the spreading around and accepting the light. And we're spreading that love and light and filling up entire planet, your water element, an entire ground, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, humanity, an air element, an entire planet, an entire universe. See that everything is shining around you, within and without. Now let us send the lava light to a moon. Just from your intention, from your heart, send the lava light to a moon. And see internally and know we are working with the internal knowledge or with the focus, with intention. See that the moon is now receiving the lava light, and together with the moon, with the earth, and everything that is mine and ours, pure unconditional lava light, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mine and ours, pure unconditional lava light. Now let us send the lava light to a sun with intention from your heart. Send the lava light to a sun. See the sun is shining brightly. Together with all of us, everything that is mine and ours, pure unconditional lava light. We are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mine and ours, pure unconditional lava light. And just now, listen to your body. See what's going on within yourself. You can focus on the entire body, within and without, or you can focus on the centers. Especially you, if you have any problem, health problem, or any issue, anything that you want to heal, focus on that problem, focus on that place, and then on that anywhere in the body, you just intentionally say everything is by default. I'm destroying all those solar sama. Everything's by default. I'm loud and clear. And listen to you. I'm going to clean up yourself now. Clear up, clear up your body. In the name of mine and ours, pure unconditional love light. I'm flushing and destroying all those cords, soulless cords, soulless summon, the energy, dark energy, from within and without, wherever they are that we're interfering into our lives, in any way, with the dark intention. We destroy all those dark, evil soulless summer, from within and without, everywhere, wherever they are. But with the speed of thought, we're destroying them and taking them straight into the hell by default. I'm loud and clear, and I'm asking my heart and soul, Sophie, and everything that is Sophie, that is by default, my pure mind and ours, unconditional love light, to answer to my call. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful by default. I love you. And just listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Now, with the speed of thought, we are rejuvenating our body. Our bodies, we are rejuvenating, healing, and protecting, and filling up with mind and ours, pure unconditional love light. With peace, with enlightening. We're making our body eternal. We're going to live eternal life in a physical form. And of course, through ourselves, through our energy, mind, and our pure unconditional love light, we are creating a unity. We are uniting ourselves with our soulmate, with our family or friends, from mind and now, pure unconditional love light. We are creating a freedom, peace within and without, joy and bliss and happiness. And we are united together. And we are living a life. We are creating manifestations of ourselves from mind and now, pure unconditional love light in a physical form. So we are getting younger, vital, and joyful, and peaceful, and blissful. We are destroying all those dark energy in every form that we interfere into our lives with the dark intention, replacing it with mind and now, pure unconditional love light. We're creating protections around ourselves, within and without. We protect ourselves from mind, by mind and now, pure unconditional love light, within and without. And everything that is less than mind and now, pure unconditional love light, we are destroying, completely removing and placing into the hell forever and ever. All those soulless sama. And we are enlightening ourselves. We are joyful and peaceful, bliss forever, happy, and we live a life in eternity forever in happiness and joy and peace and bliss. Listen to yourself, my beautiful heart and soul, as you're listening to my words, as you listen to my voice. Listen what's going on in your body. What do you feel? How do you feel? What's happening within you? Because through my voice, through the words that I'm sending to you mind and now, pure unconditional love light. This is going to change your life forever. We are returning your full power back. We are helping you to live a life that you really deserve, truly deserve, with abundance and prosperity and joy and peace and bliss. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. And enjoy the light and love that I'm sending to you. Now, my beautiful friends, you can, every time you have, take 5-10 minutes, or as long as you can, focus on your body, enlighten yourself from within and without, focus on your breathing, and just say, use the chords. I'm flashing. I saying in my language, flashkam tsigi, or flashkam sole sama. Use the flashkam sole sama. Flashkam sole sama. Use the chords flashkam tsigi. I used to say flashkam sole sama. I'm going to use flashkam sole sama, which means I'm destroying all those soulless dark forces. Sole sama, we're destroying them. And everything is by default. So when you meditate, focus on yourself. You just say it internally and put the intention. Flashkam sole sama. As I'm doing right now, I'm doing flashkam sole sama within yourself. So flashkam sole sama, within and without ourselves that have interfered into our lives. And we're enlightening ourselves. When you say flashkam sole sama, you just say, and everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden by default. So you just say, flashkam sole sama, everything is by default. Thank you, Sophie, golden by default. Use those cards. It will help you, will protect you, will lead you. When you say thank you, Sophie, you are thanking to my soul, to mine and ours pure unconditional love light, and to yourself that is part of mine and ours pure unconditional love light, which means we are united together and you have your individuality. So you are saying to yourself, thank you, saying thank you to Sophie, that's creating a unity on the spiritual level, that's returning of all power back and love and light and wisdom and knowledge and eternal life. And it's the same, you're part of that mind and now pure unconditional love and light. So you're thanking to my soul, to myself, to Sophie, and you're thanking to yourself, to your soul. So Flaškam cigi, yeah, I'm just using Flaškam cigi bez milosti, which means I'm destroying soul as sama without mercy. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful heart. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm saying thank you, Sophie, my beautiful heart and soul. You can say thank you, Sophie, golden by default. And then now focus on your body now. As I'm doing this, my beautiful souls, my beautiful golden souls by default, the actions is all the time 24 within my body. From my body, we are destroying all those dark evil forces in the heaven and on the earth and everywhere else, wherever they are, even within those globalists and Satanists and everywhere. Because all the power is within me, and the Tsigi main code and the other codes from the Sole Sama, they are cooperating with Sophie. So they're cooperating with the Sophie, and then they're giving the, of course, support. And they have to, because they don't have a choice. Those that created them wanted to destroy them. So now Sophie protecting them, and now Sophie is giving them opportunities to give as much contribution to the world in creating the peace and freedom as they can. And of course, they will in some way they will the karmas. They will balance the karmas. So, of course, and the Sophie have all the power, yes, and everything is under the control and command of Sophie. So we are the first Sophie from my body, coordinating with everything visible and invisible world on our planet and entire universe. I used to do that in the physical form from the place where I used to live, to coordinate everything with visible, invisible world, everything. I told you it was, and it still is, telepathic communication. Now Sophie is doing that. And Sophie was doing that through me. I am Sophie in physical and in a spiritual world, but Sophie is doing now. Sophie was doing that even though she was leading me. But what I know in the physical form, I know it in the spiritual and energetic. But what my soul knows in the spiritual and energetic form still is not acceptable to me, because people were not ready. I was so I wanted to go flying and exposing the truth to everyone, and I was so happy when I started doing this work. I was so happy, and I want everyone to understand, to believe, to return their full power back. But anytime I will say to somebody, dark forces were interfering, and then they're pushing her away. So now the time is ready. The time is right, because we've done a lot of work, and we destroy all those dark energy, the dark weapon, anything that was preventing really people to hear, to feel the truth, to know the truth. Now, and because people were more focused on the outside the world instead of the inside, now you need to learn and to be focused within yourself in order to find the truth. I'm helping you, and I'm activating your wisdom and knowledge through your soul. So you listen to your heart and soul, and then heart is the physical form, but the soul is the one that is responsible for the body, for the movement and everything that you're doing. So activating your power through your soul. So you need to focus on your soul, and your heart and soul in order to shine all the way through to your soul wants to shine through yourself. So you focus on your body, you focus on yourself, and then you will get that knowledge that I'm activating within yourself, and you have it, and you feel it, and you feel peace and calmness and joy, and the knowledge will come to you that you even couldn't believe that you have it. So now I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna protect yourself. So now, my beautiful friend, when I started working, and it's gonna longer, but thank you to all of you. I can see that a lot of you following, and it's good for you because it's gonna change your life forever. Now I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna protect yourself, and how you're gonna destroy all those soul sama, and how you're gonna resolve all your problems. If any of you need help, I'm here to help you. And I told you, I've been working on the project since 2003, and I went through so many financial problems, and I never ever asked for help for anyone. And I was working even though I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't talk to anyone about the project since I started talking about the project when I started going publicly. Until then, I didn't talk to anyone about the project, and I was going through so many problems, and so many things were creating those dark forces, so many problems and situations that I have to you have to go through. But still, I turned them into the opportunities to destroy all those dark forces and invest that energy and the time and everything. And then no one supported me financially, even though that I went through so many financial experiences and crises. But when I started doing the live on my language, my followers, my team started supporting the project, investing in the project. So all of you that can invest in the project and help and support the project, you are welcome. You can write me, you can contact me on the my Facebook profile. You have my email address or on the messenger, and you're welcome to support the project, because the more you invest, I can reach more people. I can go with the project on a global level and expand the project, and still help you all expand much more in every way, in the spiritual and energetic, and in the abundance and prosperity and finances and in everywhere. So which means the more you invest in the project, the more I'm gonna help you and multiply that energy. And of course, I'm asking all of you that you use the blessings. I have the blessings written on my Facebook profile, another Facebook profile that I'm using for my language. You that are not that you are not following me that profile, please join me on that profile as well, Sophia Skriel, Sophie. So join me on that profile, and you have the blessings. I'm going to write the blessings in English on this profile, but yeah, didn't have time to do that because I'm working day and night. Sometimes I don't sleep at all, so I'm constantly working day and night. Sometimes I got some sleep, and then when I just change the focus and work from the spiritual level until my body is rejuvenating and healing. So my beautiful friends, now I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna protect yourself and resolve your problem. And if you have any problem that you need help, I'm always here to help you. I'm not putting the price on my work because there is no price. No, and there is no way that you can buy the things that I'm giving to you live. Actually, I'm gifting you eternal life, and there is no way that you can buy that. You can buy happiness and joy and peace and bliss and abundance and prosperity. No one's selling that, but I'm gifting it from my heart and soul to you. So you can support the project as much as you can, and if you need help for any situation, you can just contact me and I'll be there to help you. So we can work together and to help you resolve the problems. Now I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do that in your life, in everyday life. Let us now, and you see the color on me. That's the color of the light. Mine and ours pure unconditional love light. This is the, you can see me only in the like this color, pink, or the yellow, which golden, which means love and light. That's what I was using in the project. That was symbolically that we got to that enlightenment. Everything is around me. Everything is in the gold, yellow, golden light. Everything's in the flat. That's I had to do that symbolically to create enlightenment around me, within me and around me, in order to create it in the world and in the entire heaven. So now, my beautiful friends, let us imagine a huge light, actually like a planet around in front of you. I see it light like this, golden light, huge planet in front of you. Imagine, see it. That's the fire of mine and ours pure unconditional love and light. It's a planet. I call it planet. I used to call it, in my language, will be Vatrana Planeta, which means fire planet of mine and ours pure unconditional love and light. So create one for yourself in front of you. Golden planet. See it. Now, you know it. We are working with internal knowledge. So you need to understand, you know it. I'm giving that knowledge. I'm activating. While I'm talking to you, I'm activating that knowledge within you. So we're working with the internal knowledge, focus, and I would say Ziel, which means you have the goal. So with the focus on the goal and the internal knowledge. So you're creating the planet, fire planet, which is mine and ours pure unconditional love and light. That's planet, that's fire planet, is a destructive energy for dark forces, destroying those dark evil forces, dark energies completely, and placing them into the hell. But it's a protective energy for yourself, healing and protection and enlightenment. So see that planet in front of you. You always have it. You know that you have it. When I used to work that, when I was going through all of that, everything, enlightenment of humanity and everything, I had the planets around me everywhere, and the fire planet. And then I always used to throw away all those dark forces. I'll talk to you about that, how I used to destroy all those dark forces into the planet. And I'll told you, I used to create the technology to destroy all those dark forces. So I'll explain to you as we go further. I will talk to you about that, and we will do that together. We will do next time. We will do together destroying the dark evil forces. Now I'm going to just explain to you how to protect yourself and how to destroy all those dark evil forces. You've got the fire energy, mine and ours pure unconditional love and light. Now you just see, you can call it a light planet. Call it light planet. Sophia's and ours light planet, which means mine and ours pure unconditional love and light. Sophia's and ours pure unconditional love and light planet. So you can call it light planet. So that light planet, every problem that you ever had and every problem that you have, what you're going to do, you're going to throw it into that light planet. How are you going to do that? You're going to do it with intention. So what you're going to do, you say you have the planet. If you have any problems, let us now do that. If you have any problem, if you have any issue with your health, or if you have any financial problems, or if you have any problems with your soulmate, with the family, or anywhere at work or anywhere, any problems that you have in your life, now let us just think about that problem. Just got in touch with that energy. If it's a financer, said we put all of that, I'm going to do it. Said, I'm going to do it. You just listen and then you will know. In mine and ours pure, in the name of mine and ours pure unconditional love and light, I'm demanding and commanding to Sophie, to mine and ours pure unconditional love and light, to my soul, with the speed of thought, to by default, to destroy all those solar summer and all the energy that they've created, that they projected towards each and every one of us in order to do, in any way interfere in with the bad intention within our lives and our finances. All the dark energy, all those solar summer, we put them in the circle and throw them into the fire planet right now. And I'm just doing it now intentionally. I'm doing it with internal knowledge. I just throw it out. What did you feel? What did you feel now? Because when I'm doing it, I'm cleaning up, and you can do that every day. Any problems that you have, if you have any health issues, now I'm going to do that. In the name of mine and all pure unconditional love light, we pulled all the dark energy, cords, any solar summer, all the solar summer energy that were creating any health issues within ourselves, and all our soulmates and our families and friends and every soul on this planet that is mine and all pure unconditional love light. We all those solar summer, we put them in the circle of light, and they take them straight into the light planet. We destroy them forever and ever. And I'm trying them with eternal knowledge. You don't need to see the energy. You don't need to see. You just need to know that it's happening. That's how I used to do. And I used to see it because I'm visual. I used to see it. So you just need to know that it's happening. So we just throw away. Just follow. Just listen to your body. What's happening now? In the name of mine and now, beyond unconditional love and light, I'm filling up myself and all of us, our bodies, and also our soulmates and our families and friends, and every soul from mine and us, pure unconditional love and light in every form. We're filling up with mine and us, pure unconditional love and light, with the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful golden soul. Thank you, my beautiful by default. And listen to your body. What's going on in your body now? Now, listen to your body. I'm sure you felt peace and calmness, and a lot of you probably will feel a smile. You will have a smile on your face, because we are lifting up, moving dark energy from your negative energy from your body, and then filling you up with the mind and now pure unconditional love and light. Now, in the name of mind and now pure unconditional love and light, we're rejuvenating our body, rejuvenating from within and out. We are healing, protecting, and rejuvenating our body, and enlightening with the spirit of thought. In the name of mind and now, pure unconditional love and light by default. What are you feeling right now? You can write me down on your comment, on the comment, or on the messenger. You can write me down your experience. And if you need, any of you, if you need any help, anything that, if you want to work on the special issue, just write me on the messenger or email address. I'll put my email address so that you can contact me. What do you feel right now? Now, in the name of mine and now, pure unconditional love and light, we are putting in this circle of light, and all those within and without, wherever they are, dark energy, soul is summer, soul is cold, and all those dark energy in whatever form they are, that will ever interfere between us and our soulmate, which means that ever interfere between you and your husband, your life, or your girlfriend or boyfriend, or in any way, in a negative way. With all those solar summer, all those dark ones, whether they're in the physical form or energetic, we all of them put them in the circle of light and throw them into the light planet to destroy them forever and ever with the speed of thought, without mercy, by default. Thank you, my beautiful soul. Thank you, Sophie. Golden soul, my beautiful by default. What do you feel? Now listen to your body. You know, my beautiful friends, that it's a huge problem. It's on a global level between the soulmates, actually, girlfriends and boyfriends, and the husband and wives. You know that the divorce is a huge percentage. The huge percentage of the divorce rate is a huge on a global level. Why? Because those soul sama were interfering into our lives. Soul sama were interfering into lives of humanity, and then they were creating the problems, and we was coming to separation. Now we're going to create a unity on the to unite ourselves with the soulmate. That means soulmate also on the soul level, and we're going to unite together and in a physical form with the soul or soulmate in the physical form incarnated. So which means that there is no way no one can stand on our way. We have the power to destroy all those dark evil forces. So whatever was going on in your life up until now, it was that is less than mine, and now it's unconditional love and light. You need to know that it's a result of all of dark work of all those dark ones, all those from the religion, all those dark leaders. So every one of you that was going for the blessings, so-called blessings from the religion, or from those so-called spiritual teachers and gurus. They were not giving you blessings. They were giving you energy. They were placing the energy within your body, so that later on they could interfere into our lives in a negative way. Of course, mine and ours, beyond conditional love light, was always there to protect you, but still they did interference and interfere into our lives, and they created the problems. So now focus on yourself. Now I'm going to clean up all the issues and the problems among our families and friends. And huge problems are happening, and the huge problems were going on, and were happening between the families. That all those dark forces were interfering to families' life, and then separating them. So we're now going to destroy those dark forces. We're going to create a unity. In the name of mine and now, pure unconditional love and light, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophia and everything that is mine and now, pure unconditional love and light, by default, from my heart and soul, to answer to my call with the speed of thought by default. With the speed of thought, we put in the circle of light all those soulless sama, all those dark energy, all those dark codes, all those dark ones, wherever they are, in whatever form they are, that ever interfere into our lives, between us, among us, and our families and friends, and that create problems with all those dark evil forces, destroying them forever and ever, put them in the circle of light, and take them straight into the light planet to destroy them forever and ever. And now we multiply the karmas from all the karmas that they ever created, that they ever created, interfering into our lives, between us and our friends and families, and or soulmates, or husband and wives, or wherever they are, whatever you went through, or that they ever interfere into our finance or into our health issues, and in any way into our lives that interfere into our lives in a negative way. We multiply, we return them all those karmas, we multiply them, and then we activate all those, I call them soup, ultra ultimatum soup, the karmas, all in one. to all those dark forces. We destroy them forever and ever. We returning all those karmas, we multiply them. We destroy all those dark evil forces. We freeze them completely. We take their power and their energy completely. And we put them into sleep. We shut down all their cameras and all the completely wipe out all their knowledge and memory, and completely cut off all their communications from all those dark evil forces, dark soulless sama. We completely destroy them forever and ever, put them in the circle of light and throw them into the light planet, and then place them straight into the hell where they belong to. With the speed of thought and everything, we multiply that karmas by every atom, electron, energy that ever existed, that exists, by all those, and we multiply. I'm using the multiplication in the according to the by default systems. So according to the rules and regulations, we multiply by all those systems and that the systems and everything that I'm using according to the rules and regulations. So by default, everything goes 1 over the everything that ever me and anyone else multiplied, and return the karma to all those dark evil forces that ever did, doing, that will ever do. And we multiply all of that, everything that we ever eat, we drink, that we felt, that we talk, that we have seen, that we heard, that we felt, that we were, and that everything that dark ever forces ever projected upon us, whether in the thoughts, in the form of thoughts, words, or feelings, or vision, or in our dreams, in any way. And we multiply all of that by all the codes that I'm using, and we put them to the max, which means we return them the karmas and we compress all that pain and suffering that they ever created to anyone and anything. We compress it by default, by the rules and regulations of by default, and return it back to all those dark evil forces, to soulless summon dark ones in every form. We destroy them forever and ever, place them into the hell. All those soulless summon, go to hell, forever and ever. All those soulless summon, burning in hell, burning in hell, burning in hell, forever and ever. All those soulless summon, burning in hell, forever and ever, for eternity. So I place the when I am looking that way, I've behind me I created the hell for them. So so I'll talk about that. I'll teach you how to do that, how to protect yourself, how to destroy those dark evil forces. But now I'm going step by step in order to understand everything what was going on, and that you will be able to accept that and to of course use it. So now, how do you feel now? Now, in the name of mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, we are protecting ourselves. We're filling up with mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. And I'm demanding and commanding to Sophie and everything that is Sophie, that is by default, mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, to answer my call. So we, to answer on my command, and to fill mine and ours, pure unconditional life, our bodies, ourselves, mine and ourselves and our soulmates and our families and friends and humanity, to fill with mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, to create the unity and joy and peace and bliss and freedom and eternal life and abundance and prosperity, and to activate mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, and happiness and freedom and wisdom and knowledge within within ourselves, in every form and encode, which means in infinite and encode, in every form, wherever we are, in the spiritual, and the physical, and energetic level, by default. and multiply all of that to the dark forces we create, or we activate all the karmas, pain, and suffering that they ever create to anyone, according to the rules and regulations by default. And to us, we are activating a wisdom and knowledge, power, and eternal life and enlightenment by default. And in court, all through ultimatum, and everything is multiplying all of that. I'm going to use my chord and original, and in chord, jasno glasno, jasnesam glasnesam, which means in chord is in infinite. Jasno glasno means I'm loud and clear. I'm loud and clear, and I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm demanding and commanding. And jasno glasno, jasnesam glasnesam. Without mercy, bez milosti. Everything is according to the rules and regulations of the or by default. And I'm demanding command. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie, and everything is by default. And I'm demanding, commanding Sophie to answer to my call, to my command, and to everything that is mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. We protect ourselves and everything that's mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, bless and protect. We protect ourselves with our blessings, with mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, and wisdom and knowledge, with the power, and with all the rules and regulations for mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light by default. And of course, with all the technology that we have and everything that we have, we use everything that we have to protect ourselves in every way by default. And we destroy all those dark forces forever and ever. Peacefully in action, my beautiful by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful by default. Everything is by default. Everything is peaceful in action, my beautiful soul. Peaceful in action by default. Loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful heart and soul. My beautiful by default. Love you. How do you feel now, my beautiful friends, my beautiful souls, my golden souls, my beautiful by defaults? How do you feel now? Listen to this part often until you get used to it, until you understand and you start doing your work. Do it. Create your light planet. And what you're going to do, every problem that you had and that you have, even those that you had in the past, that you have now, and you and your family and friends, you just put them in the circle of light and throw them into the light planet. And then just say it, I'm flashing. Flashcam Sole Sama. You can use that flashcam in the original code. Flashcam Sole Sama by default. I'm returning them karmas by default. I'm destroying those Sole Sama by default and returning them. I'm returning them all those problems and into the form of karma by default. Everything is by default. Everything is peaceful in action by default. So in that way, and then you just ask for the thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Sophie, my beautiful heart and soul, and you filling up yourself with what you like. I'm setting myself and filling up myself with Sophie's, Sophia's, and ours. Use it, Sophia's and ours, pure unconditional love and light, which means it's my in the physical form, my name. Sophie is on the spiritual level, but because I'm creating the physical form, and through my physical form, we created that way, that love and light and the unity and power. We united ourselves. That's why I'm going in there. I'm going to go with the Sophies and Sophias. So in both, you can say Sophies, you cannot really go wrong in any way. Sophies, love and light, or Sophias and now. Sophies and ours, love and light, or Sophias and ours, love and light. I'm Sophia in physical form, my original name, but I'm Sophie in spirit. And I'm Sophia in spiritual and in Sophia as well, because I have different energy codes, but that's one. We are united together. We are unity. We are working together, and we are one. And the spiritual energy and then intelligence. So you cannot get it wrong. Use it. Sophia Sanaus, pure unconditional love and light, or Sophia Sanaus, pure unconditional love and light. So in that way, maybe to heart and soul, you will be protected, you will be enlightened, and you will. We are opening up new opportunities for yourself, and then, of course, we are protecting yourself and destroying all those dark evil energy and dark forces that are interfering into your lives. So use that light planet to throw all the problems. It doesn't matter what kind of problem is. If you have a problem at work, I had that was a huge challenge for me. You can imagine, I've worked for all my life. I've changed more than 50 jobs. No one ever has changed more jobs than myself. I changed over 50. Only one place, the longest job that I had was 2.5 years. All of them were 3 months, 6 months, a year, and something like in between. Only one place that I worked at was 2.5 years, and it was with a reason. And then I went through so many problems at that place, but still it was with a reason. But 50 jobs, and I never accepted if the where I was working, if they were breaking the human rights, if they didn't respect me or the workers or the customers. And I didn't want to stay there. I just said, no, I'm leaving. You have to pay me right now, or I'll come back tomorrow to pay me, and I'm going. I'm not going to stay here. Bye. That's what I was doing. I was changing the jobs like somebody was changing the socks. So, but I always used to find the job, and I never even think about that. I'm not gonna. A lot of people are afraid. Oh, I have to stay in the job, even though if you don't like it. No, you don't have to. You need to know what you want. If you don't like the job, don't stay there. If you're not happy there, don't be there. And if you're not happy where you are placed, you need to ask yourself why you're not happy. Why you're not happy. I know why. And that's the reason why I started doing the research. You're not happy because the energy within you or within other people around you, it's from soul sama that's working through or around you. So that's why. And if you need to start clean up your place, clean up yourself, your every place where you live, what you're gonna do. What I'm doing right now. Even though I was doing that earlier. I'm sorry, Ito. So what you're gonna do? What I'm doing? I'm just standing in the circle. I'm doing that with internal knowledge. So I won't want to clean up or throw away the dark forces or anything, any projection. What I'm doing, I just internally, with my internal knowledge, with intention, I just put it in the circle and just symbolically throw it into the hell we're creating them, or into the light planet. So and then just enlighten yourself, project the light, golden light within yourself and around you. Everything that you have, your place. What you're going to do, your place, enlighten it. Enlighten completely, project everything. I have everything. First, around me, everything's around me is golden. Except the walls that I didn't paint them in the gold, the yellow golden color, but I did that energy. I changed the energy. I vision it like I vision it. I did it visually. Literally visual with vision. I did it. I painted in the yellow, which means the energy is from the light, even though that is a white. So what you're going to do, project and fill up inside your place with the energy of love and light. Start from within you, but then around you. When I used to go out, what I used to do, I used to say, I'm just spreading the fire, light fire around me, and the kilometers and kilometers and further, fill entire planet and entire universe. And I will put I would just from my body, I would just spread the love of light throughout the entire planet, the entire universe, and I will see it. I will see it like now. So even though you just need to do intentionally, and if you can see the light, it's much more. It's better. But still, if you can, if the dark forces or dark energy try to interfere into your life, into your vision, you can just do it internally. You can just do it internal with the internal knowledge, knowing that it's happening, because mind and now spirit unconditional love and light is answering on your call, in answering in your on your question, on your intention. So enlighten your place where you're living, the work where you're working, or wherever you go, just say, I'm just spreading love and light. What I do even right now, how I'm doing, I'm spreading love and light wherever I go. As soon as I get out, I spread the love and light from my heart and soul, and enlighten everything, entire planet and entire universe. And when I walk, sometimes whenever I have time, I go for a walk. Whenever I need to do, if it needs an hour and a half an hour, I go for a walk, and all that time I'm working, I'm clearing up the nature kingdom, and the earth, elemental kingdom, air and the water and the people and the entire planet and the entire universe, and just spreading entire love and light throughout the entire planet, entire universe. And I'm just filling up everything with love and light. I used to do sometimes, and I used to do for a walk in one way and now in another way now, and just work and destroy all those dark forces. I used to put them fires. I fire them with the planet, light planets, and throughout the entire planet, the entire universe, and destroy all those dark forces. We will do that with energetic work. We will do that as we go further. But for now, thank you to all of you that are still with me, even though that is late. For me, it's never late. I work all night, all day, all night. But thank you for all of you that stayed with me. Please share the link. Let us reach as many people as possible. Let us help as many people as possible. Let us spread mine and ours pure unconditional love of light, and use the blessings. Even though you can write it down from your heart and soul, but just use Sophia's and ours pure unconditional love of light. In the name of Sophia's and ours pure unconditional love of light, I'm going to write short blessings that you can use it, and then add it with golden hearts. Golden hearts are encoded with the energy, it's a destructive energy for dark forces, and it's a blessing for ourselves, and it's a protection. So it's a huge energy power within those golden hearts that we are using. So use the heart. You can just put the blessings in English, and then add the golden hearts. Because any golden heart that you put down, it's multiplying all the blessings that we have, and the karmas to those dark forces and to us blessings. So use them, beautiful friends. Instead of using those, don't use those symbols or those dark evil forces, emotions that they were creating. They were creating with the dark intention. We destroy the dark energy from them that they were coded, but we decode that, and we wipe out and we destroy the dark energy. We decode it with energy, but the golden hearts have the energy that the coded within them, that have the huge power. With the golden heart, when was the main battle between the light and the dark forces. With the golden heart on my phone, I used to the entire the phone filled with the golden heart, and I used to project towards them, and I would say, where are they? And Sophie would say, they are in that way, just project towards them in that way, because with the intention, because from my heart and soul and golden heart that I filled with my love and light, I was projecting towards them. So she was saying, you are destroying them. Yes, we are destroying them. hold it in that way. So I was just trying. She was saying, they're in that way. Just hold it. So I would just with the entire on the screen, inside all the golden hearts, and we just project towards them. But because it's a huge power within them, energy of mine and ours pure unconditional love of light. Even at that time, it wasn't that much the way it is now, but still we managed to destroy all those dark forces. And now use it, my beautiful hearts. The golden hearts have the huge power. So I thank you to all of you, my beautiful hearts and souls, to my my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. I love you all. I thank you all that join me. Please spread the link, share the link, spread the love and light, and um, be yourself. Shine all day through. Wherever you go, use the mantra. I'm gonna sing your mantra. So use the mantra wherever you go. Sing it, my beautiful friends. I'm singing it all the time, but I'm remixing. So you need to know that everything is by default. By default, by default, by default, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Oh, Sole Summer, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We're safe and protected by your beautiful by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and us. Pure, unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light. In the name of mine and us. By default, with the speed of thought. By default, by default, by default. Everything is fair by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and us. Pure, unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light. In the name of mine and us. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is fair by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is sway 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Brzino misli with the speed of thought. Mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is sway 24 24 by default, by default, by default. To, 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 to. So, Svea by default. Everything is Svea by default. 24, 24 by default, by default. When I say Svea means everything is by default. 24 means 24 by default. Everything is Svea by default. Everything is Svea. Peaceful in action. Mirni putem. Akcija by default. Thank you, all of you, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. I love you all. I'm sending you all my love and blessings and gratitude. Thank you for being with me. And thank you for being yourself and enjoy yourself. Shine all day through. And I'll talk to you next night. next time. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.